Hello, can you hear me now? Are you hearing me twice? One hearings or two hearings? How many hearings can you hear right now? Hello, GiBi is real, sounds good. Bro's watching every episode. Now we can hear you, Okay, yay! Yay, same old hearing. Cool. Gonna make my reaction guy a little bigger. Can't do camera today, because as you guys might be able to hear, I'm a little sick. But we are going to be watching the next few episodes of the Amazing Digital Circus. Oh my god, we're on episode 5. 5 out of 8. We're going to do 5, 6, and then maybe more. I don't know. It depends how it depends how long I can do this for. Who do we got? We have Mio, as always. Russ, Sophie, Reggie, M&R on 91. Are you like a fan of like M&R like the Lego guy, or is that just a coincidence? Soul King, Maury, Crash, oh my gosh, so many people. Absol. Absol's to leave because they haven't watched the show. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to be launching straight into episode 5. This episode is called Untitled. So that's a little hint maybe about what might go on in it. Episode 8 is going to make you cry. I have seen all these. I've seen these all. This is my third time going through them. We're just analyzing them for a video I'm writing. But there are a lot of people in the comments who have said that they've never watched them before. So this is somehow people's first time going through, which is kind of funny because I pause it every 5 seconds. But we're going to get going. And the first thing I'm going to do is hit play and then ask you guys if you can actually hear the show. Yay! Oh, Glitch Squicks, thank you for becoming a night guard. Heck yeah. Episode 527 will make you squee. This is not One Piece. I don't know what you're talking about. Testing my voice over the sound of the video. Alright, so you should definitely have been able to hear that. But how's my voice compared to it if I start talking over it? Like, is it too loud? Is it ear deafeningly loud, or is it too quiet? Good audio ratio. Video is a bit loud. Sound is perfect. Okay, I'll turn it down a slight bit. Okay. So we're going to start. And what we're doing, I say this at the beginning of each stream. So, we're looking for a couple things. The first is reoccurrences of the colors blue and red, because as we learned in episode 8, blue is a stand-in for the quote-unquote good AI, and red is a stand-in for Caine, the more corrupt AI. We're looking for evidence that Pomni might be artificial intelligence, and we're looking for references to the play No Exit / The Good Place, in which we're trying to see if maybe one of the things the show is saying is that the characters are specifically designed to annoy each other. So like, oh, this character and this character don't get along in a very specific way that seems intentional. So those are the things that we're looking for. So we're going to hit play and we're going to begin. Oh my gosh, blue and red couches. Blue and red couches. What are they doing there on the blue and red couches? Wow. What do your parts say about you, Circus? So Zubal's reading something that Caine probably provided just to, I don't know, appeal? Appeal to Zubal doesn't seem to be the right word, but obviously they enjoy reading it. Pomni is not an AI. There's proof she was human. Yes, but there's also proof she's an AI, so that's what we're going to see.
Welcome back, my candy hearts and paper flowers!
Whoa! That sure could have gone better.
So we have Ragatha, who's usually, like, toxically positive, who puts a positive spin on literally everything to the annoyance of the other character, who is finally admitting that, like, oh, that could have gone better, right? It's a sign that she's not having to be as positive all the time. It's slight character development. I don't think we've gotten her backstory yet. I would assume that when we learn that would be the moment that the show starts to, like, turn her character to be more developed, right? To have her go through a character arc. But this is an interesting thing to note.
But I'm sure the next adventure will be less...
Oh, nope, there's the positivity.
What?
Hey, Ragatha, can you help me count my eggs before they hatch?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Love him.
What?
Kinger's the best.
Looks like that oh-so-positive Ragatha charm is starting to wear off, huh?
Yeah, so again, the show is now commenting on it because I think this is going to end up being one of the Ragatha episodes.
Looks like this one was a home run, eh?
Oh, Zubul, you mismatched cash piano, I'll tear you to pieces. Constructive criticism would be greatly appreciated.
So another more evidence that Caine can't take constructive criticism. People are saying it's a little too quiet, so I'm going to turn it up. We know, as people who've seen episode 8, where this goes. But yeah, Caine views going on the adventures, making the adventures, as his only purpose in life. So if he's not good at those, what is he good at? Nothing. So then he has this very human, angry response.
But never acknowledged.
That's it! Everybody besides Zubul, get over here! Everyone, I'm going to pitch to you
They literally have eggs, and Kinger's holding his upside down. That is quite funny.
some future adventure ideas, and I'm going to ask you to give me your honest opinions on them.
I was gonna sleep.
All right, so I've got an adventure where you all tour my amazing magic chocolate factory and get killed off one by one from OSHA violations. One where a
Ho ho ho, Willy Wonka reference, ho.
sentient cardiovascular system goes to war against the United States military, and one where you have to survive in a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland with a telepathic talking dog who's mean to you the whole time. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, okay, Gengel's mask broke. This wasn't even like Jax's fault, or it wasn't even anything physical. It was just showing that she's like really, really sad about what Caine was saying, like a realization that this is their future is to go on those. So it was more of an anxiety thing rather than a broken happiness thing.
I don't know. They all sound a little... dark?
I can't tell a compelling story where nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue? The stakes?
I think that this is partially commentary on the audience who are like, these are my comfort characters. I love them. I hope nothing bad happens to them. And then the writer's like, about that. Bad things are going to happen to these characters.
To mention the sex appeal.
What are you talking about?
I don't think they take Discover.
Interesting
here.
because
Of course they take Discover.
the word sex is going to be censored when Zubul says it in a different episode. So that's very interesting. Same old grass, same old weed killer. Oh, gotta unmute it.
Hey,
Nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue? The stakes?
Not to mention the sex appeal.
What are you talking about?
You know, you could always try the suggestion box again. I honestly didn't hate the last one we did with it.
You didn't hate it?
It was kind of refreshing doing something grounded in reality.
Yeah, I really didn't mind that one either.
What about the rest of you?
I very much did not enjoy that
back
one in
on.
the slightest. And if we ever do anything
Okay, so Gengel's aware that it didn't bring out the best in her. Ragatha didn't enjoy it, but that's all. She literally has her hands, like, up in prayer. She's like, oh no, that was bad, because she got the stupid sauce in her eye. And Jax hated it because he was, like, tortured by having to watch the screen, where Gengel is like, you're gonna be a good employee. Like it was Clockwork Orange or something.
At the
close
time,
to that again, I'm getting violent,
normally
and I'm
never
going
say.
to kill Ragatha.
Well, how am I gonna please everybody if you all like different things?
Maybe just keep your adventures open at all.
Sophie asks, is Bubble the sphere with the razor-sharp teeth? Yes, Bubble is the chain chomp-looking thing. Actually voiced by the creator of the show, who seems to have similar powers to Caine, but Caine has an antagonistic relationship with. Maybe it's possible that Bubble is the remnant of the blue AI.
Times and let us do whatever we want when we want.
Are you hearing this, Bubble? The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
Disgusting.
Am I not supposed to be hearing you?
Zippy!
What did you even zip up? I don't have a mouth.
Whoa, wait, Zubul has no mouth, and they must scream? That's crazy, that's crazy. So the idea that if an AI is left running for a prolonged period of time, something weird might happen with its programming is relevant, because Caine and Bubble are both AIs that have been running for prolonged periods of time.
Okay, well, how about this? we'll do a lightning round, going through all the suggestions in the suggestion box in rapid succession. And if you don't like one, you can all vote to skip it.
What? Like, now?
That's right. So grab your bones and pop your pansies, cause here we go!
We just
I was
finished
gonna
an adventure!
Oh wait, I know what this is.
Oh, I swear to God, if this is one of your suggestions.
Hi everyone! In today's episode of Poach Everything, I'm going to be hunting the critically endangered red ribbon rhinoceros. Ah, just like Mom used to make.
Nice shot. So that reminds me of like Wii Sports Resort, but I'm sure that there's other games that kind of thing. Yeah, it may be more relevant to the hunting angle of the show, but that's obviously a video game-ism, which also happened in episode 1 when Jax was bowling. He wasn't really bowling, but like a strike thing popped up, and then he was able to interact with it in the environment, because it seems like one of Jax's powers has to do with like being meta, breaking the fourth wall, being a cartoon, being a video game. Like, he's able to interact with these elements in ways that the other characters aren't really able to. The Cabela's Hunting Arcade series. Yeah, I've played I think it was like Cabela's Big Game Hunt or something, but I'm guessing that this is a slightly different version. GiBi, is your bee tongue thingy wherever on your avatar count as a mouth? What? Are you talking about the line that has like the drool coming off of it? Yeah, that's like the mouth is closed. So yes, that is a mouth. Gibbles has a mouth.
Oh my God.
Delicious meat. 1 down, 4 to go.
All right, I'm calling a vote. Let's skip this one. And also make Jax a vegan for the rest of the day.
You can't do that.
Again, so that, for me, that's like, oh, it's kind of like Amogus, but I'm sure that there's something else that it's more of a reference to.
What do you mean you can do that?
Sorry, Jax, democracy has spoken.
Democracy sucks.
Wait, what? Why me?
I thought a position of power suited you.
Oh my God, are these all gonna be Jax's ideas?
So this is another one of Jax's suggestion box ideas, and one of the things that we've learned about Pomni is that her major, like, characterization is that she has severe anxiety, and so making her the president is, if Jax's intention is to, like, torture people, is the thing that will upset her the most.
Yes.
Well, Miss President, it looks like there are some new developments in the ongoing war between Australia and New Zealand. We may need to take in some refugees.
In the background, we have Jax in a portrait, we have what's probably Zooble, we have a baseball.
What do you think?
Well, how do you know what to do? What?
Didn't you get the brief?
I am just being here.
You're doing great, Pomni.
I love Kinger. So, okay, as Kinger is about to sort of point out, like, okay, sorry, as the thing that Pomni is saying, they just got warped to this world where she is suddenly, like, behind the desk as president. But Kinger's like, oh, I'm aware of this war that's going on out there. And she's like, what? How are you role-playing to the extent that you actually know what's happening? We all just got dropped in here randomly. And he's about to explain why.
Come down here for a sec. We all got briefs on our characters.
Name, Mr. Kinger, role, assistant to the president, brief, Australia and New Zealand are at war. Motivation, how can we make this not our problem and still benefit? Is there a way to come out of this whole thing with ownership of both Australia and New Zealand? Does kangaroo taste good? Note, no funny business. Do not embarrass the president or this great nation angry face. Something of character breaks. Use the something of contemplation under the desk. Don't worry, a baby head is being installed. So yeah, so he got a little piece of paper that he was able to read.
I'm your assistant.
Is that a baby head lamp?
Didn't you get one too? I figured we were all on the same page here, but if not, you're gonna have to tap into those golden improv skills.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, I didn't give you one because I wanted to see what you'd do.
Ha 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 ha.
Thanks, Jax. Appreciate it.
I'm not Jax.
Oi, mate! I'm an Australian extremist, and I've come to
I always like looking at the books, because one of them was a Matt Pat joke. XD, because it's laughing. We have Gloinks. We have Frank. We've seen some of these before. Egg. Yeah, okay, nothing. There's no Matt Pat references up there this time.
detonate this bomb that'll release all the world's deadliest spiders into... Did I pick a bad time?
Har, har, har. Bill Clinton reference. Har, har, har. I'm not explaining that one.
His acting is phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan.
Why wouldn't the president have a bomb squad?
Okay, so that seems to imply that the adventure isn't to be president. The adventure is to sort of be like on a 24 style show where other people are watching the TV. Because Caine and Bubble being in a black void, watching them on TV, seems like the adventure is being in a TV show, not the adventure is them being president. Unless every time they're watching the adventure, they're watching a TV? That's so weird. What? That's such a strange freaking detail.
Sorry, President Pomni. I believe you can do this.
There's centipedes in there, too.
Just be...
So Ragatha is scared of centipedes. That's like her biggest fear. We learned that in the first episode. There's a picture of an abstracted person in the background. Why?
Sure, you know what you're doing.
Okay, well, which wire do I cut?
Follow your heart.
You stay out of this. Shouldn't you be arrested or something?
Hey, I'm on your side here.
You're literally not.
Come on, just pick your favorite color.
Like the red one?
I'd personally go with blue.
Favorite colors. Pomni says red. Kinger says blue.
Blue's my favorite color.
Blue's his favorite color. What? So, okay, I was aware of this line before we started the project. This is one of the things I definitely wanted to look into. Kinger made Caine, who's the red AI, but he's saying blue is his favorite color. The blue AI was made by his mentor, Scratch, who we're going to learn more about later. But him saying that the blue one is his favorite color, but that she should cut the blue one is kind of potentially him saying that the blue one is the good AI, but he accidentally did something bad to the blue AI, which is why the red AI is in power. That's kind of what's going on here. He's also about to say something about, he's about to say something else. We'll see.
It being closest to black and all.
Wouldn't black be your favorite color then?
So part of the reason black is his favorite color is because of the darkness. When he's in darkness, he regains his memories. Or as people in the comments are pointing out, black isn't a real color and thus is not optional to actually pick. Y'all are thinking too deep on this. No. Arnold the Fazbear Tech, I assure you this is completely intentional. There's only two colors in this show that actually matter. It's red and blue. And so for them to be talking about red and blue right now and assigning it, like, to each of the characters definitely matters.
Well, no, there's no black wire.
Hi! I'm a New Zealand extremist, and I don't know what New Zealanders threaten people with.
Again, we'll be right back after these messages. It's like a TV show. Oh my god. AI slop banana Gemini. Same old AI slop, same old AI slop. Same ole, same ole. I don't know what that was supposed to be. It's kind of like this is a, like rapid fire going between different segments. I don't know if that was particularly referencing anything, or part of it was just that Bubbles is an AI, or it was just funny. I don't know. But now we're going into the anime segment. We already know that Gangle has a desire to draw manga-inspired comics, so we can already tell right off the bat this is going to be Gangle's little fantasy thing.
What is this? I don't like this.
Gangle the high school years. That's funny. Someone says, am I aware of AdBlock? I refuse to use AdBlock because I'm a YouTuber, and I would never ever use AdBlock on a YouTube video.
Can it? At least we finally have one that's by someone else.
Yeah, there's nothing more fun than being back in school.
Just give it a chance, Jax. Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with your suggestion.
Okay, so we have Gangle drawing Looks like the left might be like a little... Oh, no, it's a bow. A girl wearing a bow. I thought the right one might be Ragatha, but I'm not entirely sure. Basically, I don't think that she's specifically drawing any of the characters. The background, we still have an abstracted person. I don't know why Caine is placing, imagery of abstracted people on the show. You think that would be disheartening to the characters. The books say 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Because 5-7 being back-to-back is one of the references that we see in all these episodes. So 5-7, that's our 5-7 for the episode.
You know, this was my suggestion!
Can you believe this, Pomni? First she draws anime, now she drags us all into one? She must be one of them, losers.
You threw me out of a moving truck.
All right, class, today...
Okay, does anyone know what Kinger has written there on the whiteboard? Because that could be funny. Let me open my Google Translate. Hold on. You know what was super useful when I was in Japan? It was Google Translate, where you can just take a picture of something and it shows you what it means. It says Kinger. It says Kinger in Japanese. Very cool.
We're gonna learn the popular foreign language known as...
I'm guessing that just says Japanese, but let me check. English! Okay, because that's going to be the joke. Cool.
English?
This is boring. I vote we skip it.
And then we have an ooh-woo on the board.
Shut up, we're not skipping it.
Slice of life anime.
That's going to be the date over on the side. Let's see. It says month, day, day of the week. Date, day of the week, duty officer. So whoever's supposed to be on duty, I guess. GiBi, are you close to abstraction? A little bit, because Fazant has to be at work, quote-unquote, instead of being in the call with me. Shake my head, shake my head.
They're the worst ones. It's embarrassing. I mean, I guess it's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
So episode 2 of the show, we had this reference where Jax was going to tell Ragatha something Gangle did with an anime figure, and Gangle really didn't want anyone else to know. So that's what that was just a reference to.
That's fine, but let's skip this one.
Again, a TV thing. It was TV static there at the end.
Are we just chilling for this one? Can I finally relax?
Because again, Pomni's character trait is being full of anxiety.
I guess so, but I prefer a little bite to my adventures.
Then why don't you help yourself to a sandwich?
Here.
Thanks.
Gangle consistently being shown to be sad, and then Zubul cheers them up.
Do you think Gangle is actually capable of being happy?
Okay, that, I never noticed that line before. That's going to be super important next episode. So Jax believes that the entire existence within the circus is like a cartoon, and that each character has a, like an archetype, a role to play, and that Gangle's is being the sad sack. He's right in a meta sense in that us watching the show right now, we understand Gangle's the sad one, Pomni's the anxious one, Jax is the mean one. Like, that is true. He is 100% correct. The question, and I think what the end of the show is going to end up telling us is that all they have to be? So the reason that Jax, a lot of people in the community hate Jax, but like hate him as a person in universe versus hate him as a character, I think a lot of time people get those confused and get those wires crossed, which I think is bad, and you should not do that. Jax's cruelty comes from him thinking it's literally his role to be the funny one, and that especially if he's mean to Gangle, it's even more acceptable because Gangle is supposed to be the sad one, is supposed to be the butt of a lot of jokes. I talked about this on Twitter and then got canceled for it, but this is called a deontological approach to morality, which is opposed to utilitarianism. So utilitarianism is the belief that I'm pretty sure most people have, which is basically that the end result, if you have multiple options in front of you, the end result that has the most goodness or the most happiness or the most joy is the correct option to pick. Whereas deontologically, wow, I cannot say it because I cannot make the ugh sound in my throat right now because I'm sick. The deontological argument would be that the correct option to do is the one that you have the duty to do, and the one that sort of you, quote-unquote, like in a very simple sense, the one that you think's the right thing to do and the one that you have a duty to do. So when Jax boils Ragatha alive in the deep fryer in the other episode, in a utilitarian sense, you would say this is a bad thing to do because it causes suffering for Ragatha. In a deontological approach, you would say that it's not a wrong thing for Jax to do, because Jax does not believe they're in reality. He believes they're in a cartoon, thus he does not believe that they actually are feeling pain in any significant way, and he believes it's his job to be funny. So he is not actually doing anything wrong, he's in fact doing his duty. He's wrong, and that's part of his character arc in the next couple episodes. He's going to realize that he's wrong, and he has a very dramatic line where he goes, "Wait, it's real." That's going to be in episode 8. So, like, the point of the show is that he's wrong, but as of right now, he does not believe he's doing anything wrong, because he has the view that it's actually his job to do these things. So him right now saying, "Do you actually think that Gangle is capable of being happy?" is because to him, he views Gangle as existing only to be sad, and thus he's confused that other people don't see it that way. He's like, why are you bothering to be nice? This person is incapable of being happy. This person is metaphysically incapable of not being sad. Like, it is the law of the universe that they can't be sad, so why are you bothering? That's what he's saying right now, and this is giving us insight into his character, because it's next episode that he's going to go on his long rant about how he thinks that we're in a cartoon. That they're in a cartoon. Not we. I am real. I'm not in the digital circus. I don't know why I slipped up and said that. Whoops.
What?
I don't know, like, her comedy mask still breaks every day. Does she think hanging out with Zubul is gonna magically fix that?
Maybe. She just doesn't want to hang out with someone who's mean to her all the time.
She likes when I'm mean to her, though.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
So again, this is him sort of being like, he believes he's intending to fill the role of someone who doesn't care, but he still does because he's still human, which again is going to lead to him having the turn later in a different episode. So he's like actually concerned, and then he goes, wait, I'm not supposed to be concerned, which is why he's now sort of, denying them what they're saying. And then something really bad is about to happen.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore.
Bruh, this is why I freaking hate Ragatha, right? Like, this is why, again, going back to the people enjoying characters in a show versus enjoying them in the real life. In the show, I think people miss that Ragatha is supposed to be incredibly flawed, and they're just like, she's the nice one, I love her, she's my comfort character. Ragatha is nice to literally everyone except for Jax, and it's because she doesn't desire to be, like, let into Jax's inner circle. She does not desire Jax's friendship, thus she doesn't bother being fake nice to him. That is, like, one of the rudest things anyone on the show has ever said, including what Ragatha said last episode to Gangle. Like, I only harp on this so much because there's literally people who don't see this, who will, like, hear that and go, yas, queen, that's completely acceptable because Jax is a terrible person. It's like, well, no, actually, the show is telling us Jax is bad, and it'll tell us why later, and Ragatha is bad, and it will tell us why later. These are nuanced characters that go through a change as the story goes on, which is called having a real character arc, which is called being a real story, as opposed to Five Nights at Freddy's. So yeah, no, these two fighting, these two being sort of, I think I use the metaphor of, like, being on the different sides of the same coin in Pomni's life. Them being at odds is, I think, when the show is the most interesting, because they're the two characters that are intentionally supposed to oppose each other in this way.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about that. That wasn't meant to be, Hey, Kinger!
And then she runs away from the problem. But no, that's so messed up. We're going to learn later that Jax was friends with people in the circus, and he didn't always used to be this way. But that he changed his personality when they abstracted.
Did you see the fireflies all the way over there?
Okay, so, Draz in chat just said, I do prefer Jax over Ragatha, TBH. So again, this sort of, and I'm sorry if I harp on this, it goes back to the way that people are viewing the fictional characters, right? I'm viewing them as someone who's watching the TV show. And Jax is funny because he's actually genuinely funny. And I also like seeing him sort of get comeuppance for the bad things he does, and then when he eventually makes his turn and he goes from being a jerk to being a nice guy in the last episode, it's going to be very satisfying. I think there are lots of people who don't see this as a TV show and instead see these characters as their friends. And so they are asking the question, who would I rather be friends with, Jax or Ragatha? And they get mad when other people say they prefer Jax, because they then deduce that they conclude that the other person's a terrible person who would rather be friends with a monster than with someone nice like Ragatha. It's like, no, actually, you're being weird here and looking at a fictional TV show and saying these are my friends, as opposed to other people who are looking at the narrative that the author is trying to tell us through the TV show that we're watching, because this is a freaking TV show. And then the other half of that, obviously, is that Jax only behaves the way that he behaves because he believes, which he is literally, but he believes that he's in a computer simulation. When people are like, Jax is evil, he put Ragatha in a deep fryer. If they were in the real world and got out of the circus, I do not believe Jax would put people in deep fryers. I believe he only does that because he thinks they're in a simulation, which, again, they are. So yeah, doing character analysis through the lens of these are my real world friends is not good.
What was that about?
It's nothing. Who cares? Doesn't she get on your nerves sometimes?
I mean, she's nice to everyone.
I don't know. I think she tries way too hard. Like, we're stuck in... Why are you always pretending everything's always fine? Like, if you tell someone they're loved and appreciated every day, it just kind of...
Okay, so one of the things we learned from episode 3, the Manor one, is Kinger was like, oh, it's one of the worst things in the world to make people feel like they're not wanted. And so a lot of people took away from the episode correctly that that's like the moral, and that what Pomni should do is that she should never be cruel to the extent that she wants people to believe that they're not wanted. Jax is mean and angry to everyone. And so Pomni would see him as opposed to now what her morality is. She wants everyone to feel like they belong, like they're wanted. And she sees him as a bully, who obviously is not trying to make people believe that they're wanted. But what he's saying right now is that he understands her position. He understands that, yes, what you should do is... I want to go back and see the exact quote. But, what you should do is tell people they're loved and appreciated. That's good. But if you do it every day, it loses meaning. And so it's almost like you have to be cruel sometimes so that your love matters. Now, that's a bad thing. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's wrong. But it is still Jax having internal logic and explaining why he's doing what he's doing, so that later in the show, when he realizes he's wrong, it'll actually mean something.
Every day, it just kind of loses all meaning. It just feels like she's trying to take advantage of you, you know? I don't know. Also, she's dumb and she looks weird.
Waka waka.
Weird.
Excuse you. This is what peak male performance looks like. My ears and tail are kind of the pinnacle of masculinity.
One of the things we've been pointing out is that every episode before this one, Jax does not have a tail. So, that is something we've been noting, and he does not have a tail.
Masculinity.
You don't have a tail.
What are you talking about? Yes, I do. What the? Where's my tail? How long have I not had my tail?
I have never seen you with a tail.
Tail victim.
Even...
They look happy.
So in the first episode, we also saw that Moon was hitting on... This is the second time we've ever seen Moon. We saw that Moon was hitting on Caine. And, we don't know what that's all about.
They do, don't they?
You think after this, maybe we could...
Wait a minute! That's a bad thing!
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
I think that...
Don't say that.
I think... They're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures! What should I do?
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
Why do you swear now? Ugh, forget it. Let's go.
So, the show is really funny. I always say that. But, so, Bubble is able to swear sometimes the way that Jax is able to swear sometimes, but Bubble was just censored. Interesting. I don't know if this means anything, but it is important to note.
Go to an intermission.
Okay, we're gonna have to go through that, but I think it's just shots from previous episodes. Gummy Goo being in the real life, them entering the Candy Kingdom, this episode. Okay, so these are all just actually shots from the show. Yes, okay, so we're not missing anything.
Intermission time.
Again, it's sort of viewing this episode like it's a big TV show.
Come to the Digital Circus.
If this is consciously recognizing, or consciously... I can never use that phrase again. Oh my god. If this is consciously referencing something, I'm not sure what it is. I don't consciously recognize this. Please shoot me. This is just what happens when you need an extra 2 minutes added to your script. No, this video is 25 minutes long. This is longer than other episodes. What is this scene here for? Someone says, I view it as stylized Adult Swim Cartoon Network bumpers. I agree. Like, obviously it has that feel to it, but I don't know if it's referencing a specific show. So, chat, has GiBi talked about how every character except for Pomni in the cast is just from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? So, one of the things, it's not that we're avoiding talking about I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It's just that there's been so much other analysis of the, that story and the show that I almost don't care. It's like everything that ever needs to be said about the connection between Digital Circus and I Have No Mouth has been said. So we're looking at literally everything else. Okay, so this is showing that Jax is stopping at his little froggy friend, who we've seen in the background, but we've never actually seen any indication that Jax likes them for any... This is our first introduction to Jax having a thing for the frog character, who we'll later learn was like his friend. And yeah, the abstraction eyes are everywhere.
Caine, what are we doing right now?
We're intermissioning!
Why? Hello?
And then an actual commercial.
Well, Gibson.
Same old AARP. Oh my god, is that Fazant?
It is.
Oh my god, are you on your lunch break?
I am. I took it a little bit early because I wanted to talk about that intermission, because I think it has a lot of importance in it.
Perfect. Let's do this. What do you got?
Here, will you stream it to me?
Yes.
I can see what part you're looking at.
Let's see. We're about to enter the bar scene, so this is a good place to stop because I'm going to have so much to say about this part. But you want to talk about the intermission?
Yes.
A little bit. Okay. All right. Do you want me to go to any particular frame or any particular part?
Just go from the beginning. I'll pause. I'll say pause whenever there's like an important thing, I think.
All right.
Welcome to the Digital Circus.
That right there, I think, is super interesting because Caine eats Bubble, which I think is very reminiscent of episode 8 intro, right? Where the red AI eats the blue AI.
The blue bubble, like Caine literally eats the bubble, yeah.
Yeah. So I think this right here is showcasing that Bubble is the blue AI. Caine eats it, and then we get episode 8, and the red AI eats the blue AI.
That's good.
Also, this is one of the first episodes, right, where Bubble's kind of antagonistic to Caine, because you have Bubble saying that Caine should die, which is like weird. So I think this is one of the first important parts of the intermission, but we can go on from here. Oh, also, I just noticed that whenever Caine does his little he does like a pose and then fades into the blackness. There's little shapes that shoot out around him, which is what the red AI was doing in the intro to episode 8. It was like that's how they represented it creating, was all the little shapes that shoot out around it.
Yeah, it was sort of different, like smooth shapes and then more abstract shapes. Yeah, you're so right. I can't believe I just missed that. It's very, very similar. Huh. Dice, which we keep seeing, and I don't know why.
Also, I think that's kind of interesting. It's 2 of Caine's eyes and then Bubble, which, it's like Caine and Bubble being interconnected. You know?
Because they're both AIs, yes.
Yeah.
That looked to me a little bit like the opening of Digimon, the original theme song where they all fall into this void. Which is obviously incredibly relevant because it's people being isekai'd into a digital world.
Yeah.
Okay, so
this I think is super interesting. So
yeah. Bowling ball,
yeah,
cake.
Jackson Pomni. And then it like for some reason there's a couple of characters that get crushed and a couple of them that just get hit with cake. And I wonder if that's going to be foreshadowing for anything.
That is weird.
And then Kinger, you'd expect Kinger would get hit by the bowling ball, but he catches it and then gets hit by a black queen piece, right? Like
yeah,
he
gets bowled over then by that looks like a rook actually.
Yeah. Or is that a rook?
Yeah, it's a rook. But either way, it's a chess piece.
Yeah.
And then Bubble eats Pomni because Pomni is an AI. I'm telling you. 100%. Them posing in that white void really looked like an album cover, but it's not coming to mind right now. And then yeah, this is Jax and the frog. The frog.
Yeah, and it's got the abstraction eyes on the top and bottom, showing that Ribbit abstracted.
Yeah, and this is, we had just learned, like, oh, don't you have any real friends? And as we'll learn,
Ribbit and it starts at Cosmo.
Yep. And then it goes to this weird unlabeled mannequin character. I wonder if that's going to be important later.
Caine, what are we doing right now?
We're intermission, Nick.
Someone in chat just said that when in the Void album cover scene, Pomni does the robot. That would be so funny. Hold on.
Also, that scene right there just had Bubble falling into a bunch of red, which I think is interesting.
True. Okay. Pomni's doing a weird frog thing. Yeah, this is weird. Like, this must mean something. And why was this one only like half a frame? I don't know.
I think I remember
no robot.
They're like a bunch of like Vogue poses. All them.
Caine, what are we doing right now?
We're intermissioning.
Why? Hello?
He can't answer why questions. Like, he's a bad AI and he can't answer questions about like himself or why things are the way they are.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because they never programmed Caine to do any of this. Like, like all of the circus and everything, this is all just Caine's doing. Like, they never set it to generate a video game. They were just making an AI. So everything that's like Caine's doing, it's like, why? And,
yeah, they fed it like the circus imagery, like the gummy worms and then the alligator and then the circus tent. So he's sort of mixing and matching all the stuff that he got. But you're correct that we don't really know why he acts the way he acts. This part, the first time I saw this episode, I really hated this scene. I'm like, oh, this is the characters all get together and just exposit backstory to us. But now I think it's actually probably one of the best scenes in the show.
Give me a whiskey sour, but hold the egg white, since I'm
drinking a red drink.
What? I hate this! How is this even possible?
Okay, so he didn't even choose to say that. It's like, his script for the TV show made him say, hold the egg white because I'm a vegan, and then he's like, no, why would I do this? This is annoying. Maybe this will be important for episode 7.
Is it that he didn't want to say that, or he doesn't want to be a vegan, but it's like, because he is, that's what he would order, like... Like is it genuinely that he fully in his mind is like, I will only consume vegan products, and so like when he orders, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna order a vegan product, but it sucks that I'm a vegan.
It kind of sounds like he genuinely didn't intend to say that full sentence. Let's watch it again. Also, yeah, Pomni with red drink.
Since I'm a vegan.
Yeah.
What? I hate this. How is...
Like, it seemed like he had a sudden realization after saying it, like he came back into full consciousness.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't know where you stand about what happens at the end of episode 7, but do you think that Caine took over his mind, or do you think that he made that decision on his own? When he pressed...
No, I think he made that on his own. I think something happened in the real world that Jax is running from, and I think that's part of why he's a rabbit, because he's running from something in the real world.
Possibly. Nervous
says,
I think
that's why he chose to stay in the circus.
They voted on the vegan thing earlier. Yeah, so he's forced to be a vegan, but the question is always, how much control does Caine have over their minds and their decisions? So does he walk in the restaurant and say, I want a whiskey sour, but I can't get the egg white because I'm a vegan today because of Caine? Or when he opens his mouth and orders a whiskey sour, the circus then takes control of his mouth and forces him to then also say, but no egg white because I'm a vegan today. And then he has a realization. He's like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. Also, Nervous, if you want to hop in, we are in, you're in the server, right? We're in T-Dredge's server. Yeah, you are. So if you're available, you can totally hop in the stream.
Yeah.
Give me a whiskey sour, but hold the egg white, since I'm a vegan. What? I hate this!
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he didn't intend to say that.
How is this even possible? I thought Caine couldn't...
Yeah, I thought Caine couldn't control our minds, etc. No, Nervous is at work. It's okay. Fazent's also at work. He's just on lunch break.
I could have made it way worse for you.
Well, I'm calling a vote to turn Zubul into a slug.
Everyone voted
I have
against
no
that.
mouth.
And then he has a red drink. Wait, was there a I have no mouth thing there?
Zubul into a slug.
Yeah, that's what Ted gets turned into at the end. If I have no mouth, he gets turned into a slug.
Duh. Yeah, no, that's a good one. That's a good, reference. I agree Caine is able to temporarily mess with them for adventure purposes, but he can't make permanent changes. Yes, Nervous, but at the end of episode 7, when Jax hits the button, is that Caine influencing him, or is that something Jax actually wants? Big question.
Everyone voted against that.
Who hate it?
Woo! It's raining like the Dickens out there.
Hey, guys. I'll have a cosmopolitan.
Give me a corncob blitz.
I'll throw something together.
You know your way around alcohol, huh?
Yeah, this was one of my suggestions.
Digital Caine berry? Is that what that's called? Yeah, digital Caine berry. Is my, can I turn my settings up? Yes, 2K. Let's go. Digital Caine berry. Interesting. Zubul's European confirmed? Why? That's wrong. Incorrect. Liar.
At a bar briefly. I like making drinks.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. People argue that Caine can't get inside their heads, but I think he can. But only within the confines of the adventure, which is what's happening with the button stuff. I agree. Withered Circle says alcohol. You think that because Zubul's had alcohol, they're European? I thought they were like 22 years old or something.
That sounds...
In my
state...
state...
Zubul's 22.
Yeah, in my state, you can be a bartender at 18. So, like, you can be good at bartending even before you're allowed to drink.
Fitting for you.
I know there's an implication there, but I can't be f***ed to figure it out.
So, Pomni, you ever have any jobs? Or are you too young for that?
I'm 25 years old. And, yeah, I was an accountant for a supermarket chain.
A supermarket? How'd you end up here?
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, they can remember things like their jobs, which we knew since episode 3, since Kinger said he was a programmer. But they can't remember their names, but they can remember everything else. What is that? Why is it like that? Nervous is 2 of 2 message.
Only their name
is prevented, yeah. I think during that episode, he is messing with Jax to push him towards pushing the button. Jax struggles with whether or not his thoughts are his own, which is why he almost abstracts. Yes, I completely agree. $5 donation from Gonk. Wish Kinger wasn't so lol random crazy, rather something more grounded. Only explanation for being so wacky is being something Caine did. I think the argument is that he would have abstracted if he didn't disassociate, in a way, and his disassociation is why he's so random wacky. I'm glad, if this show came out 10 years ago, his humor would have been significantly more lol so random wacky. Okay, wait, I do have a theory about the name thing. I think one of the reasons that they can't remember their names is, were they to be able to remember their names, they'd be able to sort of interface with the code of the circus, like almost like their username. You know, how do you enter a computer? Username and password. If they remembered their names, they'd be able to log in to the circus, quote unquote. Because when Kinger does it later, his username from the real world is Kinger. So it has something to do with
but it
usernames.
also, Caine refers to him by his first name, like his real name in the code, and they're talking back and forth on the computer.
Caine does?
Yeah.
I will. I have not. I know you've gone frame by frame through that. I have not. We'll get to that in
Yeah.
In episode 9. Pomni is red, Caine is blue, and Bubble is green. Says Reggie MM. Is that a Midnight Motorist reference? Is that, you know, you believe in Reggie MM? Orange guy is Reggie.
Well, I sometimes got
Learning their name will let them become the admin in the finale trust. I agree. That's exactly what I'm saying.
bored of things, and I would seek out mild thrills like exploring abandoned buildings, you know, and posting videos of it online.
Ah, a YouTuber.
Not really. Nobody watched them. It was just something I did for me.
I sometimes did that. I wouldn't record it, though. Here's your Cosmo.
I find that super interesting to Tommy's character. Because obviously all the characters represent, like, their physical attributes represent something about their personality, right? And one of the weird things about Pomni has always been her being a jester. And a jester is, like, the role of a jester is to entertain. But in this, Pomni's saying that she only did it to entertain herself. It wasn't for anybody else. Which I find an interesting juxtaposition between the design and the character motivations.
Yeah, and we've talked about this a couple times, but, like, the reason she's a jester is because jesters are the only people who are able to speak with truth to the king, which she does multiple times, both to Kinger and Caine. So the question is, who is the king? Is it Caine or is it Kinger? Big questions. I think that'll be
Did
a
you
big
see
point in episode 9.
Did you see the art that Goose posted of Kinger and Caine in the like the Atom imagery?
Oh, yes. With Caine being God and Kinger being God.
Yeah. But and people pointed out the fact that Caine's finger was the one that was bent in that art rather than Kinger's, which is an inverse for, you know, what it normally is.
Yes, it's usually God reaching out all the way, and Adam's finger isn't fully pointed. But in this drawing, for whatever reason, Kinger's was reached out, but Caine's wasn't. Yeah.
Thanks.
Hiding something.
You'd know all about that, wouldn't you? What's your story then?
I thought you'd never ask. Well, after my lung cancer diagnosis, me and my junkie associate from a chemistry class I used to teach...
Okay, so he's not telling the truth because he's trying to be impersonal and not get attached to people, so he just summarized the plot of Breaking Bad.
How about you, Gangle?
Hey, I wasn't done.
If you're gonna make shit up, at least be creative about it. I know what you're referencing.
Was that a reference to something?
Okay, so people use this to determine that Ragatha entered the circus before Breaking Bad came out, which will be partially confirmed in a later episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of the main cast, Ragatha was here first. Sorry, Kinger was here first, but Kinger's doesn't
Kinger.
count yet. Kinger's like part of the team that made the circus. He's not one of these like random drop-ins. Withered keeps posting King Lear theory. What are you saying? What does all this mean? Oh my god, Gooseworks, GiBi, I solved it. GiBi King Lear theory. What are you saying? What are you saying, young child? It's 1980 true. Bwahaha, I'm crying.
Well, then just hop in here.
He can't hop in because he's doing something. I don't want to expose what I don't want to talk about his personal life, but he's doing something, so he can't be in here. Even when it came out, she may not have watched it, which I know is slippery slope. Ragatha does seem extremely sheltered, so she def wouldn't have watched it under her mother. Yeah, but we do know that, like, now we know that this was correct. King Lear parallels English major. He's doing his chores. Like a King Lear in that he's crazy? Like, is that where you're going with this? Like, which character is which? Gonk, $5. On the console, it says 2008 next to her, which is when Breaking Bad came out and before it really blew up. Yeah, who watched Breaking Bad when the first season was airing in real time? Definitely not me, because I'm an unk. Kinger equals King Lear. Nervous just says, yes, GiBi, yes. Have you seen the pictures of the computer in Kinger's hacking scene when he goes to c/canda/characters? There's a file in there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What does King Lear mean? King Lear is a Shakespeare play. I can only think of Kingler from Pokemon. Okay. King Lear is a Shakespeare play where a jester and a mad king go on wacky adventures. Yes. But again, who would King Lear be? Kinger or Caine? Parallels much? Okay. Withered, when you're not doing your middle school test while also doing chores around the house, you can tell us your full theory.
I worked in fast food.
You've done more than that. What about your art?
I was in community college for graphic design, but I dropped out. I didn't really pursue art much after that.
Hey, I'm always down to make art together if you want.
Oh, I didn't know you were an artist too, Zubal.
Yeah, I was a tattoo artist for a couple years.
A bartender and a tattoo artist? You're killing me here, Zuby.
What do you mean when you say that? Do you have, like, an actual point?
So his actual point, as we'll learn in the next episode, is that all of them fill in these archetypes. And so Zubal being this incredibly, like, stereotypical, I'm a bartender, I'm a tattoo artist, fits into, like, Jax's perception of them as a stereotype of a certain lifestyle.
Or are you just talking?
I'm just having fun. I forgot you hate fun.
Fun isn't the thing I hate.
Oh, they hate Jax, ooh.
I guess I'll go now. Oh, geez, where to start? I was born into a fairly wealthy family. We had a large property with horses and chickens.
She talked
and
about
my
her
mother,
horses in a different episode, I think.
Well, my mother was a lot.
The fast food episode.
I worked in real estate for a bit until I ended up here. I'm sure she doesn't miss me.
So this is her trauma, which is her mother was, quote unquote, a lot. And so her personality, where she has to make sure everyone likes her, comes from her abusive, the manner of growing up with her mother. Ooh.
I certainly don't miss the yelling, and the braiding, and guilt tripping, and the... Yeah! Just kind of a farm girl. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
I've seen people say at that point.
Whoa,
she says, like,
the anti-irritation barrier on the Venus pubic region.
She was about.
Yeah.
She was about to continue with another thing that her mom did, and I think that she was about to say, like, physical violence.
Yeah, but in either way, she immediately then, when she was uncomfortable and people were looking at her weird, went to like, oh, no, things are great. I was just a normal farm girl. So again, she doesn't want people to view her in any way other than, like, a positive person to be around, a good friend. And so even though they were all looking at her with, like, concern, she still interpreted it as, like, oh, no, what if I'm too weird? They won't want to be my friends. It's okay, chat. We're all good. We're all good, chat. It's fine.
And no point in asking Kinger, because there's no way he remembers anything.
Never better.
Do you guys know about his wife?
Huh?
My what? Oh.
He's got corn in his... Jax hates corn.
What?
That's disappearing guy. That's just what he does.
I see. From a previous adventure?
Yeah, God, Pomni, you didn't...
God, Pomni, because she's an AI. Thank you, Nervous. Yeah, correct. Have we liked the stream? We should definitely like the stream. Everyone who hasn't liked the stream is super cringe. I need to refresh because it says only one person's liked the stream. 46 out of 160 people? That's like... God, I'm bad at math. That's like only a fourth of the people watching. What are you guys even doing? Like the stream for God Pomni. Like the stream if you hate the idea of Pomni being an AI. Just like the stream, and if you're a member, post angry Totos in chat.
Know that?
I'm ignoring you.
By the way, Pomni, sorry about the whole president thing. I just thought it'd be funny.
Are you apologizing?
He did also just drink a lot, so like maybe that's affecting his thoughts, like why he's actually breaking down his barriers.
What's happening?
Just ignore him.
The other characters are so used to his BS that they're not going to allow room for him to like redeem himself, but Pomni will.
Apology accepted, I guess.
Wow, the first steps of a budding friendship, right, Raggeth?
See, he's saying this with like, you know, sarcasm and irony, but he definitely means it, because next episode he is really going to like clearly want to be Pomni's friend. Draz in chat just said that it keeps autocorrecting Jack to Jax to Jack. Okay, I pointed this out on Twitter earlier today, and I think it makes people mad, because in my early episodes I was talking about how Jax is like Bugs Bunny in that he has the same sort of powers as a cartoon character does, and that's obviously what he's like a reference to, the way that Ragatha is to Raggedy Ann, Jax is to Bugs Bunny. He also is to the Trix Rabbit, which is where his name comes from. He is a Jack Rabbit and the Trix Rabbit, which is why his name is Jax. And it is continually surprising to me, because I keep getting comments where people are like, I never realized that. And I'm like, this show's been out for 2 years. How did you not realize that? It's just what the show is about. Bruh.
Hey, Pomni?
Wait, hold on. Why was she so upset there?
Just thought it'd be funny.
I
Are
think
you
it's because
she's worried that
Ragatha's
Pomni...
worried that...
Yeah.
I think that he thinks that Jax gets close to people to push them down so that they abstract. I think that's why Ragatha said what she said earlier about Ribbit and Kaufmo. And I think that's also in like the gun episode where she's like, you're just trying to get close to Pomni so you can corrupt her. I think that Ragatha views Jax as actively antagonistic and like snaking into people's lives to like, you know, get better ways to hurt them so that they will abstract.
I mean, they both, that's like my thing, right? This two sides of the same coin. They're both snaking their way into people's lives. I read that as Ragatha just being upset that Pomni was going to have a different friend, which again, a lot of this actually comes to a head in the next episode, the gun episode. But it is, you know, I don't know. I just love Ragatha and Jax specifically, you know, bouncing off each other. Nervous says, he has a lot of connections to Raggedy Andy from the one trippy movie. Gooseworks references that movie a lot in general. Oh, I haven't seen that. Maybe I'll have to watch that. The 3 things you'll have to watch to understand my video are going to be the Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy movie, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and No Exit, okay? That's your homework, guys. I'm guessing Ragatha is closeted and has a crush on, and then they never finished their thought. $2 from Gonk. Is Jax conjuring his powers because he is in a cartoon? Yes, I think that Jax is capable of having hammer space because he truly believes that he's in a cartoon. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's watch this.
Apologizing? What's happening?
Just ignore him.
Apology accepted, I guess.
Wow, the first steps of a budding friendship, right, Ragatha?
Hey, Pomni. Remember when Kaufmo smashed me against the walls and I got all jumbled up? All things considered, that was pretty funny, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, so she sees Pomni, quote-unquote, falling for what Jax is doing. And so it's now she has to be like, hey, I can be funny and do physical violence too. Remember when this thing happened? She's like misreading the situation. It's like if 2 people have like, I don't know, like you're at a party and like 2 people are flirting with the same girl, and one of them goes, I'm a football player, and the girl goes, oh, that's interesting, and the other guy goes, I'm a football player and a basketball player and a baseball player, and I met Peyton Manning. It's like, hey, you got to keep one-upping each other even if it's just total BS.
I think it's funny too though that they're kind of like inverses, where like Jax, his physical comedy is hurting people, and Ragatha, when she's trying to appeal to the physical comedy, she's like, remember when I got hurt?
Yeah.
And so it's like
the chandelier above them is Caine's teeth. You can just kind of see it at the top of the screen.
Ah, interesting.
I think it's a little cropped on the stream, but if we ever get a different angle of it, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Not really.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, that was Probably pretty
Or maybe not, because this is a better angle of it, but the bottom looks like teeth.
traumatic for you.
Oh, remember when you got high at McDonald's and told Gangle to kill her?
At McDonald's, it was called Spudsies. Is this like a fourth wall break, or is this just like in-universe they were aware that it was supposed to be a McDonald's? Interesting. That's a funny one. That's an interesting one I've never thought of.
Yeah, I think it's just that they know it was supposed to be McDonald's.
Yeah, like does
That's the way
every...
I interpret it.
Do all the circus characters know what McDonald's is, or does only Jax know what McDonald's is?
Yourself? No, that was funny.
I mean, they did just reference Breaking Bad too. I mean, they didn't say it by name, but
No. Also, she objectively did not tell Gangle to kill herself. She just said she was a bit of a bummer.
Not say that. I think. No, of course I didn't. And I am still so sorry about that, Gangle. I would never have said anything like that if I didn't get that stupid sauce in my eye.
Jeez, Raggy, just let yourself be mean sometimes. It's funny.
Yeah, constantly tormenting Gangle's really funny, Jax.
You guys all take this place way too seriously.
Yeah, this place being the circus, obviously. And as we're going to learn next episode, Gun episode's one of my favorites. As we're going to learn, Gangle is like severely traumatized by what Jax does to her, which is why Jax is the absolute worst. But again, he sees it as his duty to do.
What is this? Why'd you do that?
alright, my lunch break's over, so I'm dipping.
Alright, have fun.
Yeah.
Bye. Do. Okay, so we're about to find out that Jax really hates corn. And it's from, trypophobia, which is a fear of things that has, like, holes all over it. And so Leo says, Jax's trypophobia is possibly connecting to his fear of abstraction. So in a way that, like, the pieces of corn on the cob are kind of like all the eyes over an abstractive person, that's possible.
Away from me.
Are you afraid of corn?
No. Who's afraid of corn?
On board! Let's go to the next adventure!
But you're not even a part of...
And he was in color, obviously, so that was he was kind of reaching into the screen and coming from the fourth wall. Okay, so the Digital Circus Big Tops and the Digital Circus Evil Big Tops, sponsored by Spudsies, Kaufmo Tire. That's rough, buddy. How could you? Kaufmo was a real person, possibly. And CAC, the invented CAC. I don't get that. If that's a reference, I don't get it. I just hope both teams have fun. Big tops. Some Zooble number 1. Tired? Try going to sleep. Can't wake up? Try opening your eyes. I love the big tops. Okay. CNA logos everywhere.
It's softball, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh, we're doing this now?
Beautiful night for a game, right, Bubble? We've got the Big Tops playing against the evil Big Top.
Okay, so Zooble says I'm evil. Pomni's colors are inverted. So, Pomni's colors inverted, being like green. I guess they're non-inverted because they both have red. Pomni's evil colors are the circus. Dude, Pomni is such an AI, it's not even funny. Pomni is the AI Jesus of the blue AI. Evil Pomni is the colors of the circus. Like, come on. Yeah, and then Orbsy is there instead of Gangle. That's a weird one.
Sup, I'm Evil Pomni. I'm Evil Ragatha.
And regular Ragatha has like a Midwestern Southern accent, so evil Ragatha is British. You know, the two opposites of what having accent stands for.
Coach Dictator here.
Hi, guys. I'm Evil Jax.
Evil Orbs Man reporting for duty.
I'm Bazooble.
That wasn't in my suggestion.
Why don't I get it, Evil Clone?
Yeah, like I actually don't know why. Like, I don't know if this is a joke or if it's something to do with Gangle.
But first, let's
And then obviously, the evil version of a king would be a dictator. That's what that joke is.
welcome our special guest, here to sing the American National Anthem.
God, this show is so funny. Oh my god, I love this joke.
Oh, say.
He's disappearing, guy! And then there's a centipede, which is Ragatha's fear, but like, why? Why is it there?
How All right, team. I may not know what's going on, or who is going on, or when is going on, or why is going on, but I do know where is going on. And it's out on that field, so let's go break some tailbones, team.
Hey, guys. I hope...
Someone in chat just said, I don't know if this is the real reference, but the whole evil world version of an evil character is nice. I think started with the South Park episode. Okay, I don't know the exact timeline of events. I know what you're referencing, but there was a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episode where there was a good Bart and an evil Bart, and the twist at the end of the episode is that the Bart that's the main character of the show was the evil Bart, and the other one was the good Bart. So I think that would have come before the South Park episode. So no, that's a Simpsons reference. Simpsons did it.
Hope we all have a fun game, no matter who ends up winning. I want to kill that guy.
We make trading simple. Trade what you want, how you want.
Same old trading, same old trading. Same old taste, same old taste. Same old codex, same old codex. It all traces back to Matt Groening. Evil versions have been around forever. So we're not saying the evil versions trope. We're saying that there's an evil version of all the characters. But because one of the main characters is evil, their evil version is good. That's the trope that we're saying. Oh no, it's still muted. Oh my god. I keep making this mistake.
I hope we all have a fun game, no matter who ends up winning. I want to kill that guy.
Well, hello, stupid Gatha. I hope you're ready to get completely annihilated. Nobody loves you and you're going to die someday. We can't exactly die. It's like the whole thing here.
What the frick?
Huh? Check this out. You're out, dumb.
Gator, hold on. Wait a minute.
Check this out. You're out.
This might be the most inappropriate joke in the show. It's Gator goo. It's all you're thirsting for. So we know that Pomni is like actually attracted to gummy goo. That's something that we learned in the episode with the fast food place. And we'll revisit that in episode 8. But geez, that's a rough one. Gator goo, it's what you're thirsting for. Oh my god. Nervous says Jackson or Agatha just swap personalities and suddenly they're evil Jax and evil Agatha. Yeah.
Out, dumb.
Damn it.
Ha! Get owned!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ah, she's cool. Wait, what's that?
Okay, so Pomni voted against this.
What the heck? Who did this? You!
Jax, you're up to bat.
Why this though?
Seems fitting for you, though. I figured you'd be into this.
What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, so earlier Jax was saying, like, oh, it seems like you're, basically stereotyping all of Zubal's personality. So Zubal now is stereotyping Jax as someone who'd be into cross-dressing or potentially role-playing, and Jax is, like, offended by this, and by the implication that that's who he is, that's the joke. A lot of people try to read really, really far into this to come to other conclusions. I think the joke is just that Jax is being emasculated, and I don't think it's anything else.
I'm just having fun. I forgot you hate fun.
I don't want to wear this!
I have never seen you this upset about something.
Jax! Bat!
I'm gonna kill you when this is over.
Let's see what you're made of.
Shut up! Don't worry. I think you look good. I don't want to hear that. I want you dead! Well, guess there's no more ball. We're done.
Wait, I got this.
What? Hey!
Sorry, Zubal. It's just the perfect regulation softball size. We're not playing baseball here.
That just seems like Kinger's usually not that mean, especially to like a Zubal character. I don't know why they couldn't just conjure more baseballs.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Wait, Jax! What about where is going on?
Can't believe I hit it right to her. I'm supposed to be better than that.
Wow, she has like issues about her because of her mother. Wow. This is actually it's good writing. I'm just saying that like this kind of stuff has been examined by the community for quite a while because this episode came out like 9 months ago. So a lot of this has already been gone over, and so we're looking for things that are deeper than this. What is the show accidentally saying deeper down?
Sorry. I should be a better sport.
Not to, like, agree with Jax or anything, but
Oh no, Pomni's going down this Jax's redeemable route.
there's nothing wrong with showing your negative emotions. That's pretty normal.
I don't know. I don't want to be a jerk or anything.
I think we all need to be a jerk sometimes.
Which again,
Pretty normal.
which again is what Pomni's going to do next episode. These episodes really do need to be back to back.
I don't know. I don't want to be a jerk or anything.
I think we all need to be a jerk sometimes.
Maybe. Who knows?
Wait, is Jax's philosophy going to end up making Ragatha a better person? That's crazy.
Caine, we need a ball here.
Oh,
Jax, we have a ball now. What are you doing?
See ya. Whoops, I missed. Oh darn, I'm out.
Having fun?
Oh, you know it. Oh look, Gangle's up to bat. How do you think this is gonna go?
Would you stop trying to force her to act like you?
Oh yeah, I should force her to be happy all the time instead, right?
So, okay, I think the corn being placed behind him is a reference to these viral cat videos from a couple years ago, where people would take a cucumber and put it behind their cat, and if the cat turned around and saw it, they would just explode and like freak out. The videos are very, 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 very funny if you guys want to Google like cat cucumber prank video. But apparently a bunch of like cat doctors were like, this is actually happening because the cat thinks it's a snake, and it's really bad for them because it gives them anxiety and fear when they're eating, so don't do it to your cat. But it's still really, really funny. So I think that's what this is about to reference. But again, we have Ragatha and Jax sort of arguing over who has control of Pomni. Because Jax's whole argument is, Ragatha's only being fake nice to you so you'll be her friend. And now Ragatha's like, you're trying to snake into her life and like control her and make her like you. They're both doing it. They're both doing the same thing. And obviously she's capable of being both of their friends. But this is the real problem that Ragatha and Jax have with each other.
Right.
Well, it's better than turning her into some insensitive jerk who...
Nervous says my cats don't care about cucumbers. Did you try it? Did you try to put the cucumber behind them?
deflects everything.
I can think for myself, guys.
Exactly.
Hey, I ain't forcing anything on you.
And then you just act like you never do anything wrong and everybody loves you, when in reality you just everything up for everyone else.
Okay, let's, calm down a bit.
What? You're the one who said it's fine to be a jerk sometimes. Ugh. I'm sorry, Pomni. That wasn't very cool of me.
It's...
No, but, it's fine to be a jerk sometimes, Rakitha. It's fine if that's how you really feel. Also, why is there a softball there? I thought they didn't have another softball.
It's fine.
No apologies for me? This is so sad.
I'm sorry, Jax. For bringing up that thing earlier.
I think she really meant that. And then Jax does get those cat eyes sometimes, so yes, I do think he's part cat.
So, you wanna talk about that?
I'm in a maid outfit. What do you think?
And then get it? He jumped like a cat, because that's exactly what that's referencing. Same old Vaseline, same old Vaseline. Ragatha's low-key right here. Yeah, but about which part? Nervous says, I didn't do it, but one of my friends wanted to try it. I knew it wouldn't work, though. They see food. They just think it's good news. All they do is sniff it and walk away. That's so interesting. So I've had quite a few dogs. Some of my dogs love vegetables. You give them, a slice of a bell pepper, or you give them, a carrot, and they just love it. They're like, oh my god, it's a treat, just like a normal treat. And then I have one dog who, if you give her a carrot, she, would put it in her mouth or lick it, and then be like, nope, that's not food, not eating that. Or give her a bell pepper, nope, that's not food, not eating that. So I don't, I don't know, I don't get it. But I do want to pause on the frame where Jax becomes a cat. I think it's important.
I'm
to
in
the
a maid
lore.
outfit. What do you think?
Get it? It's a generic cartoon cat pose, because that's exactly the kind of viral video that this was a reference to.
So, how's the game going?
Great! Gangle hit a home run!
Really?
Yeah, your instructions helped me a lot.
Huh.
But no one was watching.
Can you give me my eye back? Joke's on you. I've already forgotten what you're talking about.
Wowee! Another home run!
God damn it!
What? Okay.
Nice going, Zubul! All right, Pomni, you're up.
Hey, Ragatha. You want to bat for me instead?
I guess I could. If you really don't want to.
Think of it as a second chance to show him who's boss.
Yeah.
Zowie Zoo-wee-wah! Another home run!
Because Caine doesn't understand how the game is supposed to work.
And that makes 3 home runs in a row! The Big Tops win!
That's not how softball works.
Well, that's how my softball works. We're done. Hooray!
Exactly. He has like a weird, skewed view of things because he's artificial intelligence. Ooh.
Man, we didn't even get to bat.
Oh yeah, and then her biggest fear is seeing Pomni talking to Jax.
You did it, Ragatha! We won!
I mean, I guess.
Wizard of Oz reference? What about that was a Wizard of Oz reference?
Good job. Whatever you did.
Huh? Oh yeah, good job, team.
Go back. What did I miss? Oh, I'm melting. Duh.
Man,
I'm so
we didn't
stupid.
even get to bat.
You did it, Ragatha! We won!
I mean, I guess.
Good job. Whatever you did.
Huh? Oh yeah, good job, team.
Huh? Oh, cool. I'm not a vegan anymore.
Oh, hey! Wait, what are you...
What is going on?
Oh, and Pomni thinks it's actually funny. And Ragatha's gonna be upset that Pomni thinks it's actually funny. No! And Pomni recognizes that Ragatha doesn't want to recognize that Pomni thinks that Jax can be funny. This is so... the other thing that's interesting about this, right? What is this show? It's this weird, like, you're trapped in the digital world, none of this is relatable, abstraction, blah, blah, blah stuff. But this kind of, like, friendship triangle is just so realistic. Like, this kind of stuff happens all the time.
Well, I hope...
Yeah, Ragatha gotta chill out, that's the problem. Jax needs to not be a jerk, that's the problem, but also Ragatha has to chill out, that's the problem. They're both at fault, they both have massive character flaws. But for some reason, people tend to only think one of them's in the wrong. They're both in the wrong, but for different reasons.
We all learned that suggestion box ideas are actually not fun at all, and Caine's ideas are much better.
Well, some of them were pretty okay.
I kind of liked the low
Nobody's
stakes ones.
nerfic.
I thought the first
Exactly.
two were awesome. The rest, eh. Oh yeah, Pomni. I can show you that thing in the hall I was talking about.
Oh yeah, sure.
So they're gonna go hang out and be alone together, and Ragatha's gonna get jealous. Like, that's what this is about, right? Ragatha's being jealous. Draz says, GiBi, if you had to only be friends with Jax or Ragatha, who would it be? I refuse to answer, because here's the problem with that question, right? Jax isn't a real person, because Jax's persona only exists within the circus. Everything he does is within the mentality that nothing they're doing is real, whereas I believe everyone probably knows a Ragatha in their real life. That's the difference. Oh, and now she feels alone. Oh, and we got the little art guy there in the background. I wonder what his story is. Dolly zoom. That was weird. What could that possibly be about? I don't know, it could be anything.
It's the PSA label.
Same old PSA, same old PSA. We're probably going to do just one more episode. We're going to do the gun episode, guys. And then I'll come back in a couple days to do the other one. There might be a really big, fun, exciting live stream. I need to check a message. Okay. Tomorrow, yeah, there might be a really big, fun live stream tomorrow that you guys might get excited for, but it will not be a digital circus. No, Hootie Tries, I will not use ad blocker.
Today's adventure is brought to you by the Favorite Character Awards. Stay tuned and find out who will claim the ultimate prize.
So they're still friendly, they're still hanging out. I don't think this is directly after that last episode. I think this is just to show that time has passed and these two are still friends. I do have YouTube Premium. I'm just not logged in. Wait, is it the game? This is the gun episode. You all just lost the game if you know what that is, though. Today's episode is brought to you by Gator Goo. No, that's next time, or that's 2 episodes from now. Log in? No, I can't log in. Sorry.
Can you toss that back up here?
Making good use of your parts, Gimmick, huh?
Oh, shut up.
Gimmick. Okay, so this is the episode where he's going to talk about them all being archetypes in a cartoon. So this is immediately setting the stage. He's like, oh, you have a gimmick. Ha ha ha.
What are you doing up there?
I'm hiding from Caine. I think I overheard him talking to Bubble about an in-house adventure, and I'm not gonna be part of it.
And you're just gonna hang out in a flower pot all day? Not like your room?
Caine's been checking up on my room lately. When I don't answer, he just starts singing Daisy Bell in front of my door.
So as everyone and their mother have pointed out, Daisy Bell was the first voice synthesized song sung by a computer. So that is what this is referencing.
It's creepy.
Because he's an AI.
Does he really do that?
I don't know. Let's ask him. Hey, Caine!
You fucking asshole!
Yes, Jax?
Look, it's Zooble.
You!
And he's T-posing, because he's an AI. It's also a 2001 A Space Odyssey reference.
We need even numbers, because today's adventure is a team adventure. Meet you guys up at the stage in, let's say, 5.7 minutes.
Great.
Guys, this might just be a theory, a film theory, but I think Caine might be an artificial intelligence.
You didn't even ask him about the singing.
Someone said 57 again. Did I miss the 5-7?
Snap summon thing. And I'm glad I found you. We need even numbers, because today's adventure is a team adventure. Meet you guys up at the stage in, let's say, 5.7 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. That's the 57 reference this time.
Great. You didn't even ask him about the singing thing.
The what?
Today's adventure is...
Wait, hold on. Was that of the Shining Carpet? Was that of the Shining Carpet, guys?
The what?
Yes, that is of the Shining Carpet, I think. Or at least it's close enough. I think it's probably more just like a polygon, hexagon type repeating pattern. But obviously, I think most of us FNAF fans are very drawn to the, like, ooh, Secret of the Mimic Shining repeating pattern. Like, it's close enough.
Today's adventure is gonna be a bit of a short one due to the Favorite Character Awards. But it'll be a perfect opportunity.
And Caine's also viewing them as characters. That's so interesting. The show builds its conceits very, it can do it very quickly, but it's through reinforcing. It's having different characters say it.
To showcase your guys' strengths to the press.
This is so heavy.
That's right, Bubble.
GSJ. I don't know what that could be referencing either. Television is an old camera. Bubbles is the cameraman. GSJ.
Seeing you all play bat-ball a few days ago really got me thinking. We should do our own sporting event, but with cool new sports invented by yours truly.
Help me, Caine.
We could also just play softball normally this time.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. So again, Pomni. There's a hole in Pomni and Ragatha's relationship going forward. In episode 2, Pomni was like, I'm not a child, you don't need to hype me up. So she's always found a little bit of Ragatha's, like, over-friendliness to be some BS. But now I think it's something to the effect that Ragatha is noticing that Pomni's doing it. Like, Ragatha can see the hole forming in their friendship.
Could also just play softball normally this time.
Yeah.
In the Caine leagues, we have the 400-meter vertical skedaddle, bisection boogie egg ball, lateral hijinks, orange sport, ball run, walk ball, run walk, and ball ball. These sports are...
Again, it's like if an AI was just fed data on sports and tried to come up with new ones, they would just remix it into whatever nonsense that was. Genuinely stop Jesus Pomni, says Hootie Tries in chat. Unfortunately, Jesus Pomni is canon, so...
surely going to...
Yeah, sorry. No, I'm not gonna be on a team with that one.
Zooble, why does all you do is complaining? I never know what you want!
We had a whole suggestion box for that.
Yeah, Zubul and I constantly say we like more chill and relaxing adventures.
Did you really not like my softball one?
I'm not big into sports, sorry.
The suggestion box just causes interpersonal drama, and me no likey.
All right, you really want to know what I...
When they use the suggestion box, it's interpersonal drama. When they go on Caine's adventures, they're all united in their hatred of Caine.
Want?
Oh no.
I want the ability to have sex.
No way. Are we finally having this conversation?
So as people in chat point out, that was not censored in universe. That was only censored by YouTube. I think it has something to do with the distributor of the show. Like when the show was on Netflix or something. I vaguely remember... Is this like a Mandela Effect fake thing? I think the first time I watched this, it wasn't censored. I don't know. I generally don't remember. JSJ meaning what? I don't know what you're saying. Someone posted the emoji of David running after his ball onto the road and getting hit by a car. It was censored. I watched it live. That's so interesting. It's always been censored. It's just censored so badly you know what they're saying. Yeah. It's not censored in the British dub. It's possible that when I watched this, I specifically set it to that to hear it. I don't know if you can change that though. English original, English Great Britain. I literally think exactly what I'm doing right now is what I did the first time I watched the episode. Because I was aware of that.
Ability
to sports, sorry.
The suggestion box just causes interpersonal drama, and me no likey.
All right, you really want to know what I want?
Oh no.
I want the ability to have sex.
Yeah, there we go.
No way.
So it's so weird. Like, at what level, you know, is someone deciding that needs to be censored in America? It's not like the show isn't rated at least PG-13. Crazy, especially with the language they get away with later.
Are we finally having this conversation?
And he just can't handle this. He can't handle, like, maybe because he just wasn't fed any information, or maybe because he wants this to be like a PG-13 or a PG show, which is why cursing is censored, but he just cannot comprehend this subject, which is why last episode when Bubble said sex appeal, he was like, what are you talking about? Like, he just doesn't know what this means. He's searching his database and it's just not there. On Netflix, it's PG. So is The Simpsons. And then they can say much more than that.
Oh, hi, Zooble.
Do you have any of that stupid sauce left?
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, how teamwork is essential to making the dream work.
Tell that to him. He's the one that f***s everything all the time.
You are in a mood today, aren't you?
Now, you know what they say about assuming. It makes an ass out of you and Ming.
As they're about to point out, Caine just cursed.
Ming?
Did Caine just say ass?
Hi, I'm Ming, and I really don't appreciate what your assumptions have done to my reputation.
You made a whole guy for that?
Whatever the case, it's evident now that there's quite a bit of tension between you all. So maybe
if you guys watch this like at full speed without me pausing every 5 seconds, joke after joke, like the last minute of this episode is just banger joke after banger joke. It's genuinely so freaking funny.
to do our trust exercises.
I am not falling into Jax's arms, if that's what you mean.
Don't worry, this will be a two-way trust exercise, where you'll each have to trust each other to not betray the other person. This is a private room where nobody can see or hear you once inside. And this is a loaded gun. Character A will take the gun into the private room and empty it out of all its ammunition, then come out and give it to Character B. Character B will then take the gun and shoot themselves in the head, trusting that Character A emptied it in the private room. Character A will also have to trust that Character B won't turn the gun on them, so everyone is incentivized to follow the rules and trust each other.
Sounds a little convoluted.
You look convoluted! Anyway,
Again, like, I remember the first time I watched this, I like had to, not that I had to rewind it, but I had to pause and be like, wait, okay, so what why would you do this, and blah 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 blah, and then it ends up not mattering because
why don't you start?
With him?
Wait, what am I doing? I wasn't paying attention. Oh.
The first time I saw that, I literally gasped. Like, I know Ragatha can't get hurt, but it's just so, like, viscerally disturbing to see someone, like, just, like, get shot in the head like that. It's kind of like if you guys watch my coverage of the Fright story, God, the Breaking Wheel, where there's the little toy, and there's, like, a little toy bionicle robot. And we know that everything that the robot's doing, a real human being is also being forced to do. So the book is describing its head doing 360s, and it taking its arm off and replacing its leg with its arm. And so even though the book isn't being violent, because all we're doing is looking at a robot, our imagination fills in what it would look like for the human who is doing the exact same thing as the robot to be doing. And it's disturbing in a very different way than literally seeing it happen. And so this, the first time I saw it, was disturbing in a way different than literally seeing it happen. Because yes, she is puffing, stuffing puff out of her. But yeah, it's still disturbing to see Jax shoot someone in the freaking head. Like, Jesus, it really gets to me.
Or, yeah, we could all just shoot each other. Here, have guns. I don't care anymore.
Hooray! Wait, that's just it? Here's guns and have fun?
I didn't say have fun.
Just a little aimless.
Use the sights.
Caine!
Bringing teams back. Pair up in teams of 2. You all get 3 lives. Last team surviving is the winner. Happy?
Not really.
Well, that's not my problem right now. I have an awards show to plan, so you guys are gonna have to handle yourselves for a bit. You get 5 minutes to figure the teams out. Once that's up, it's a free-for-all.
Whoa, same old traders, same old traders, same old tasty trades. Imagine being able to just skip the frickin' ad. Wow. Hold on. One of the things that's gonna happen... So we're gonna see on the revolver later. I remember when I watched this for the first time, it says Caine and Abel on one of the guns, and I was like, oh my god, Map Pad. He was true.
5 minutes to
it was
figure
real.
The teams out. Once that's up, it's a free-for-all.
Come on, Sadie. You're coming with me.
I'm actually
Because Jax sees it as his duty to make Gangle sad.
gonna be on a team with Zubul.
What? No, you're not. We've been together for every team adventure in the past.
Guess times are changing, bunny boy.
Times are changing because Gangle's mask didn't break right there.
Hey, you wanna be on my team?
I'd love to.
See, like, why wouldn't Ragatha jump at the opportunity here to be friends with Pomni, unless what she's doing is just being upset that Pomni's choosing Jax over her? She's going to explain this all later, but her motivations right now are very complex and very based on complex, real, like, human emotions and human ways of dealing with this kind of stuff.
But, well, I really don't want Kinger to get stuck with Jax.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could be on Kinger's team. He and I were together once, and it wasn't too bad.
And...
Because she really doesn't want to be with Jax.
Have me on...
Oh, yeah, just forget I asked. I'll be on Jax's team.
Wait!
Huh?
She's breaking. She
Like
can't
you
handle
said,
it.
Probably good to keep Kinger and Jax separate. I can keep Jax in check, so don't worry about me.
Hey, Pomni?
It's like her different, like, motivations are all clashing against each other. She doesn't want Kinger to be with Jax. She doesn't want to be with Jax. But she also doesn't want Pomni to be with Jax, but, like, for jealousy reasons as opposed to for, like, morality reasons. So it's very interesting watching her mind break in real time.
If you ever need to talk to somebody, or need help with anything, I'm here.
Yeah, like, to Pomni, that sort of came out of nowhere, because she's like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm doing better, actually, I'm friends with Jax now. But Ragatha realizes that, wow, Pomni's in danger, because she's friends with Jax now.
You have a partner yet?
Well, look who it is. You sure you can handle me in all my glory?
I've been through worse.
Hey, Zubul, do you want to hold on to this during today's game?
Huh?
I don't really trust myself that much with it. And I also just really want to be able to fire a Tommy gun while laughing maniacally, and I don't want to break it before I get that chance.
I'll keep it safe for you.
Aw, so sweet. Zubul's wing. Here, next time it's on screen. It's not on screen right now. I'll bring it up next time.
Huh? Wait, what? That counted?
Caine?
What? Oh, yeah, the guns have been teleported to random spots in the circus. Go find them, champs!
That's how you know the Caine's from the 90s, because that's how games used to work. You spawn in GoldenEye, and you have to go find the guns all around the map, as opposed to your newfangled Call of Duties, where you start the game and you have a loadout already. What even is that? What's the frickin' point? No. No, we're playing GoldenEye here in the Digital Circus.
We need to find the Tommy gun!
Wait, Caine! I'm missing a life!
There's no time!
How dare you, Juan Potato, say that that's how Fortnite works? Fortnite is completely different. Don't you keep GoldenEye out your mouth. How could you? Hey, GiBi, did you ever play Unreal Tournament? No, Unreal Tournament was before my time. I played GoldenEye. Oh, yeah, the original Halo was also like that, because Halo took from GoldenEye before Call of Duty ruined everything. I say, despite the fact that I also play and really like COD.
It'll be my pleasure murdering all of you.
Have fun, guys!
You're so lame.
This is so weird. What is he doing? That's the office, right? From his adventure that he never finished and they didn't end up going on. But we also know is actually based on the real world. So he's taking out these Polaroids and he's looking at them, right? But what's he doing with them? We don't know. What the dang heck? What the dang heck? It goes great with everything. The Amazing Digital Circus goes great with everything. He's obsessed with the outside, says Crash. Hello, Patterson. Why would he be looking at them? Yeah, Caine's strange, like, human mannerisms are so odd to deal with sometimes. Because, like, why is he like, oh, I'm alone, better look at some pictures. If he's an AI, why can't he just do that whenever? Let the games begin. Okay, I want to look at these pictures. We got some fishies on a seat. We got a weird chessboard. We got a weird door thing. Kind of reminds me of Mario 2 levels. Abstract painting, not abstract, but it's like, oh, it's surreal. There's like a thing on a hill reaching through. He's like clipping through the hill. Weird.
Aha! You little devil! All right, now I would bet our biggest concerns would be Jax and Zubul. They're the youngest, so they probably still have some youthful fighting spirit.
Man, I'm still missing a heart. This isn't fair.
Huh? Oh, I've got just the thing. Here, take this.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this in a second. Because Kinger loves insects. Well, he hated insects, but now he loves insects because of his wife. And so he's able to conjure the butterfly, and he's going to explain later how this was able to give her thing back. But a butterfly being used for help, you could, for health, sorry. That's how it works in the Spyro games, where if you kill a sheep, it spawns a butterfly, and if you eat the butterfly, then you regain part of your health. I also think there's something in Ocarina of Time where if a butterfly lands on your Deku stick, it turns into a fairy. So butterflies being health have been things in video games for a while. I think it might most consciously be referencing, it could be either, because the hearts are very Zelda, but the butterfly is much more of a Spyro thing. So it could be either of them, but I do think that that's what that's referencing mostly. Butterflies in Mario 64, yeah. Is that what I was thinking of? When it lands on his nose? I don't know.
Well, wait. What did you just do? What was that?
It's a butterfly. It can restore your health.
Did Caine mention that?
Oh, nah. I made it up.
She's like, excuse me? Why do you have power over things here in the circus? Why can't you just change reality? And as we, the viewers, watch this for the first time, we're like, whoa, does Kinger have, like, special programming powers? And the answer might surprise you. The answer is yes.
What?
Heck yeah.
So,
I think one of the other things people point out with this episode, someone in chat said it earlier, that the realistic looking guns mixed with the cartoony aesthetics of the rest of the show is, like, quote unquote impressive. Because it's like, oh yeah, it makes them feel more dangerous, right? Because they just kind of look like real world guns that these characters have as opposed to cartoony guns. But this shot where it says Caine and Abel on the barrel is when I went, oh no. Oh no, that is what it stands for. That is what they're building up to. Matt Pat was right in the beginning. We'll see if that's still true in the next episode.
who are you gonna kill first, Pom Pom?
I don't know if I'll really be doing much of the killing. I'll just find guns for you, and you can do all the violent stuff. You like that, right?
You know none of this is real, right?
Yes, this is Jax's entire, like, character speech right here. This is where everything comes from.
Oh, what do you
And what we're about to find is that Pomni finds this argument to be incredibly persuasive.
Like the circus?
The game today is literally to shoot each other. So what's the point in taking this moral high ground?
Well, they're my friends. I don't really want to hurt them.
All right, let me be real here. Why do you care about that?
About not hurting my friends?
Look, I know what it's like. One day you're somebody in the real world doing important things, and then the next you're just a weird little cartoon jester. You want to hold on to that part of you that still thinks it's part of that world, but in the end, what does it get you? Ragatha tries to be all nice and friendly, but she gets torn up every other adventure. Whether we like it or not, all we are now is a bunch of cartoon characters. So what's the point of pretending we're not?
Yeah, so again, he has let go of his humanity, literally, to embrace being in the show, being in the cartoon, being in the digital circus, and that informs the way that he behaves. It's why, as I was talking earlier about being deontological instead of utilitarian, he views his role as being a cartoon character, and thus his role is to be funny, even if it means physically harming other people, because in cartoons, people get hurt all the time for laughs. $5 donation from Sloppy Oyster. Ragatha, when she was talking Pomni, sounds like a cry for help, as she hopes someone would ask her those same questions. Yeah, so Ragatha had like an internal mental breakdown earlier, and she just wants everyone to be her friend, and she especially wants Pomni, because Pomni's the new person, Pomni's like the most normal, Pomni's the one that's like around her, not her age, but like, Pomni is this sort of blank slate, whereas everyone else has pre-established relationships, and so Ragatha really wants to be her friend. And Pomni just isn't viewing Ragatha that same way. She views all of them as her friends. She wants everyone to have a great time, but she's not besties with Ragatha. This is another thing that I think the community parts of the community just like it got wrong. I think it was between episodes 7 and 8 that the creator Gooseworks came out and said that Jax is like the secondary main character. Like the main characters of the show are Pomni and Jax, with Pomni obviously being the main character and Jax being like the deuteragonist. I don't know the word. I know the word, but I don't know the word. And people are mad. They're like, what about Ragatha? Ragatha is as much of a main character as Jax. Ragatha's one of the main characters. How dare you leave out Ragatha? No. No, she's not. She's definitely the third main character. When Pomni thinks about the entire circus and all the characters, she views them as Jax and Ragatha in episode 2. But no, Jax is the one who's going to go through a big character motivation. Big character change. Jax is the one whose motivation moves the plot along. Jax is the one who's in contrast to Pomni's like journey. So yeah, Ragatha definitely sees this as a problem, but it's Jax who's actually like doing something about it. If Ragatha had gone to Pomni and been like, let's have a conversation about our emotions, what's happening now might not happen, but she doesn't have that drive to do it. And so it's Jax that's able to just spew his philosophy to Pomni and actually get her to change her mind. Yeah, W Sloppy. Thank you, Sophie. W Sloppy, cool. Pomni's a blank slate because she's a new AI. She's anxious, right? She's not a total blank slate. She does have a personality, but is anxious. If Jax teams up with Kinger, would he convince Kinger that nothing matters? Or would Kinger convince Jax that he has more control over the thing? Deuteragonist, thank you, Nervous. Yeah. The Dora, ha 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 ha. Y'all are so funny, making fun of me like you're all Jax, and I'm just a poor little Gangle. How are you doing this to me? That was supposed to start the video. Hold on. Okay. How are you doing this to me?
We're still people, though, right?
I thought we were at first, but as time goes on, we just end up falling into our archetypes, become part of the machine.
What's your archetype, then? The villain?
Listen, I add a key dynamic. I see how far I can push things. I screw with people, and I break the fourth wall. You want to know why? It's because it's funny. I do everything because it's funny. Because I'm the funny one.
Yeah, so the other characters view him as the mean one because they're viewing it like it's the real world. You know, if you took cartoon logic and applied it to the real world, it would be horrific. But Jack sees himself as the funny one because he sees it all as a cartoon. The difference in the way that the protagonists view the characters and the difference in the way that people in the real world view the characters, I think, are very similar. In that people who sort of think that Jax isn't as in the wrong as other people understand where he's coming from, not in a real world sense, but in a he literally just stated his motivation sense, and they just believe him that he actually thinks that way. And again, it's the difference between viewing these as real people whose morality can be judged and viewing them as characters within the show. But because within the show itself, Jax views himself as a character within the show, it sort of like hurts your head to think about like in a meta way, where the question of, does the show judge him for his actions? Well, the show is aware that it's writing him to do these actions. And so it's like, even if you come to a conclusion on level 1 of reality, that's different than what your conclusion on level 2 might be, which is within the show itself. And your question on level 2 on the show itself is different than level 3, which is the fake circus that the show is also taking place in. It's the show within the show. And so it's all very like conflicting. I think in level 3, right, in the show within the show, Jax isn't doing anything wrong. I think level 2, which is just the show, The Amazing Digital Circus, Jax is obviously doing something wrong, and his character arc is going to be changing and realizing he's wrong. And then level 1, which is our reality, I just don't think Jax can be judged because he's a cartoon character, whereas the other ones can.
The funny one?
Yeah. Ragatha's the cheerful one, Gangle's the sad one.
Also, if anyone in real life ever comes up to you and is mean and says, yeah, it's because I'm the funny guy, they're bad.
One, Kinger's the crazy one, Zubal's the grumpy one, and you are the one who hasn't figured that out yet. We all just became archetypes. I at least have the self-awareness to choose who I am.
The funny one.
So who do you want to be? No better chance than now to try something new. You want to go nuts? You want to finally work off those weeks of rage and anguish that have been built?
A lot of people argue about how long the show's been going on for. Jax just said weeks. I think it's probably been months. People think weeks and they go, oh, it's been 2 weeks. No, it's probably been like 8 weeks. I don't know. I think that's reasonable.
Building up inside you? I know you hate it here. Everyone does. But the silver lining is you can pretty much do whatever you want. Like, look at the way...
Which is what we just learned from Kinger. You can just kind of make it up.
You're aiming that gun. Too realistic. Just let loose.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, aiming the guns, aiming the bullets is kind of just like the exact same sort of conjuring that Kinger was able to do. We're going to learn in the later episode that all of them are able to conjure things the way that Caine can, but they just sort of need to get over their mental block about it like being real, which is why I think Jax has hammer space, where he can just pull things from nowhere if it's funny. It's because he believes that if it's funny, he's allowed to do it, whereas really any of them could do that at any time.
Today, I'm just gonna be evil. How's that?
Go for it.
Yeah, those other fools better watch their tails, because they're going to face the wrath of Pomni the Evil!
It's kind of cringe.
Bruh. Rude.
Fitness for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment.
Told Pomni to do it. This is also the first time that she's like actually role playing, because in episode 2, Ragatha and Jax both saw the Candy Kingdom they were in as being like a game. Like they were both playing it like a real video game. The difference is Ragatha was like, speaking in proper, proper aristocratic terms to the queen and like bowing before her, and Jax was like, wouldn't it be funny if we like killed all the civilians because like it's a video game. So now this is the first time that Pomni's actually buying into the fantasy and like role playing. And it's still muted because I'm dumb.
Kind of cringe.
Are we really gonna be shooting each other with these?
It's either shoot or get shot. Ragatha! There's a sniper around this corner.
I think I got Kinger.
Are you sure we're safe up here?
Whoa! Tactical roll! Come on, Ragatha!
Looks like we've located the king and the ragdoll.
Yeah. I mean, yeah! Let's get him!
I don't even really know how to fire a gun. I don't know how much use I'd be in.
Bruh. Whoops, did I do that?
You missed a spot.
You're so cool.
Ragatha, take cover!
And Pomni shooting her in the head is obviously, a callback to Jax shooting her in the beginning, so she's being overtaken by Jax's philosophy, etc.
I'll take Rags, you go Kinger.
Rightio, evil bro.
I need a gun, need a gun, need a gun! Come on, man.
God, it's so horrific.
Kinger? Really use another one of those butterflies!
Howdy, howdy.
I know exactly what you're doing with Pomni, and it'll never work.
Huh?
Getting close with Pomni to corrupt her. Wait, no, wait.
Like, again, literally perfect. That is exactly what should happen. Because of the cartoon logic and the place that they're living in. That moment justifies Jax's argument that like it's not real and it's cartoon and it's all make believe and like who cares. Which again, this episode of the show is doing. This episode is about how Jax is right. Next episode is going to be about how Jax is wrong. Ragatha being like, I know what you're doing to Pomni. Jax is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm literally just like, she's my friend. Jax does not see his antagonism as being like particularly targeted. He doesn't know that what he's doing is like affecting Ragatha in this way. He's just doing it because it's like self-serving or just because he wants a friend. Whereas Ragatha is very in her own head and thinks that people are out to get her, right? Like, people are out to get you, but when you feel like the entire world's out to get you, that's a problem. And that's, again, part of the nuance of all of these characters, where Ragatha's trauma response is something that it sucks to say, like, oh, just get over it. But, like, no, like, literally, like, it's something that she needs to learn how to cope with in a healthy way, which will, again, be the happy ending of the show, as opposed to using it and relying on it in order to damage her future relationships, which is what's happening now between her and Pomni. And she's going to have this speech at the end of this episode where she's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that with Pomni, and that's good.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually think that'd work.
Bro got by his own logic.
Oh.
I lost Kinger, but I got him down to 1 life.
I lost a life, but I got us down to 1 Kinger.
How'd you let her take a life off you?
I don't really...
Also, note that Jax has a tail right now. It's because before he thought that he should have one, realized he didn't, so now he's manifested it back.
Really know.
People are talking about the red and the blue behind them. I mean, the entire circus is just that. They're just in, like, a part of the circus where the red patches and the blue patches meet. Although, it's also red and yellow, but yeah.
How'd you let her take a life off you?
I don't really know.
Hey, I found this AK thing. If we can't find the Tommy gun, will this work?
Yeah. Do you think Jax is gonna be mad that I didn't team up with him?
I wouldn't worry about him right now. It's all just a game in the end.
It's...
Exactly, right? That Zubal's like, yeah, it is a game. But right here, this is the most heartbreaking part of the entire show, is seeing just how actually affected Gangle is by Jax, like, cruelty, like his genuine cruelty. This part is literally, like, it breaks my heart, actually.
Jax, though, he probably wants revenge, and he's gonna make it painful.
Hey, you deserve better than thinking about him when he's not even here. You're a human. You're not his toy.
You know, so she just, Gangle just, Zubal just said, it's just a game. But now, seeing Gangle's real emotion says you're a human. And, God, Gangle being upset, thinking about Jax when he's not there. It's genuinely so upsetting because of how, like, real these thoughts can be, how actually traumatized Gangle purely is. And so, again, this is, like, the counter to the way that Jax has been acting. He's like, I'm the funny one. And Gangle's like, I'm traumatized genuinely by Jax's actions, and he's going to be angry, and he's going to torture me. And it's just seeing both sides of the coin and seeing how Jax is just freaking wrong. God. Especially the voice acting. I keep saying it, the voice acting in the show is so good, but no, Gangle's voice actor actually makes me feel like, oh my God, I'm so upset for this little ribbon, this little ribbon person.
It sometimes doesn't feel that way.
Oh my God, I'm going to rewind it.
He wants revenge.
Oh God. You're human, it doesn't feel that way. Ugh.
Hey, you deserve better than thinking about him when he's not even here. You're a human. You're not his toy.
It sometimes doesn't feel that way.
These Avatar gimmicks, huh? Makes you wonder why no one else got them.
They did. Like, that's one of the things. Is like, everyone does sort of have, like, this thing that it affects their body. God, that scene was just so heartbreaking. Oh my God. Jax's ability to sort of do, like, hammer space. I think people have made lists about, like, what everyone's powers are. But ultimately it comes down to, like, Kinger's hands aren't attached to his body, and that can affect, like, in episode 1, he tried to grab Zubal, and then, like, his hand got physically carried away from him. And he can remove his eye and things like that. And Ragatha gets, like, torn up every adventure, as they keep saying, so obviously she's more vulnerable to damage than the rest of them, because they're a doll. Because she's a doll. But yeah, Gangle's mask being a reflection, as Caine's going to say later, of, like, their actual brain. People have said that Gangle probably stands for masking, which is a way of, like, having a physical object or something similar to that. I'm not going to be, like, a full psychiatrist on this, or psychologist on this, but, like, it's something about having a physical object that's, like, tied to your emotions. And obviously Zubal's a trans allegory, which we're definitely going to see in episode 8. But I think it's sort of reductive to be like, why does no one else have a physical avatar gimmick like we do? I do think that they all have them. With, Ragatha, again, being damaged more easily than everyone else is literally what she's like as a person. But yeah, we'll see. I also think that this is sort of the first time that I realized that, like, oh, Zubal keeps getting torn to ribbon, or Zubal, oh my God, Gangle keeps getting torn to ribbons. Oh, that's why she's a ribbon, because it allows Jax to, like, keep tearing her down. That's what that means. That's what that's all about. Which sort of coincides with the happy mask always breaking. But yeah, no, this show is really good, guys. I don't know if you know this, and most of you only watch me because of Five Nights at Freddy's, and Five Nights at Freddy's is not very good, but this show is really, really good. God.
I just wish that... How are you supposed to like the part of yourself that just makes you worse than everyone else?
Oh my God.
'Cause it exists. It's a part of you that's real. And the only you that you should care about is the real you. You have to choose to love yourself, even if it doesn't make sense. It's not natural, it's intentional.
Have you ever had to make that choice?
Huh?
Sorry, I mean, of course not. You're Zubul.
And obviously the... God. Okay, so I think we learn at some point that Gangle's actually older than Zubul, which is interesting because Zubul seems so much more world-weary. But, you know, what they were just saying was a confidence thing. You know, it's not an emotion. It's not a feeling. It's something you have to choose. You have to choose to be, like, okay with who you are and all those parts of you. And Gangle being like, oh, of course you've never accepted, you know, you've never had to struggle with this because you're so perfect and mature and like everything's so great about you and you know what you're talking about, you know, you've never had the same kind of feelings that I'm having right now. And Zubul's like, I'm trans/non-binary, like I've absolutely had these issues with myself. Oh, wait, I guess that means that I've successfully moved through them and I am now comfortable and I am now okay with speaking about them. So just like the stupid little cartoon we're looking at with the triangle and the googly eyes, like, just without words, just seeing facial expressions on these stupid little cartoon bits are able to get across so much about like what these characters are actually feeling, and they're also like well written, and it reflects in reality so much. Oh, it's so good, guys. The show is so good. This whole episode is reminding me of Xemnas' final words in Kingdom Hearts 3. A heart is just pain. Human beings must take such incredible strength. Being human must take such incredible strength. I too enjoy the Kingdom Hearts.
Whatever happens, I've got your back if you've got mine.
Yeah. Now let's go kill Pomni and Jax.
Alright, here's one. What's with the corn thing?
What corn thing?
Why are you afraid of corn? And don't say that you're not. You literally jumped out of your seat twice when you saw some.
Not gonna let me out of this one. Well, I don't know, it's got a bunch of little pods on it. Looks kind of like an egg sac or something. It's gross. Makes my skin crawl.
Interesting. Do you have like a type of trypophobia?
What's that?
The fear of lots of little holes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about pomegranates?
Awful.
I'm learning a lot about you today.
Oh, because they're like friends. But then Jax is going to put up his walls again.
Let's not forget we're here to kill people. We still need to find out where Nutso went before we can rest easy.
And this is going to be one of the funnier jokes in the show, but hold on, I need to pull something up. If you guys have been watching like T-Dredge's streams or other people's streams recently, then you've probably heard you've heard people quoting this or like remixing it or just like saying sort of different versions of this sentiment. The tweet that got me cancelled 2 weeks ago. Jax's cruelty is a lie to put up walls between himself and other people. Ragatha's kindness is a lie to ingratiate herself into other people's orbits. Ragatha is absolutely the worst person on the show. And that tweet has, if you guys know what ratios are, it's the ratio between comments and retweets to likes. So only 40 people liked that, but almost 300 people had thoughts about it that were not liking it, that were not enjoying. That was my take. But this is really the episode that sort of hammered home to me that, like, oh, Jax doesn't actually feel this way deep down, and he's just putting up walls in order to prevent himself from being hurt, which will be confirmed 2 episodes from now. It will be confirmed that that's what he's doing. Rolled Cackerel says, that came from you? Yes. I saw it from Power Outage. Yeah, no, they, Fredden really likes, taking that quote and then remixing it.
I'm right behind you, aren't I?
Lol.
Whoops, sorry.
I hope you guys are ready for my ricochet super move!
Oh, here's the light.
He just hit himself in the head. Gosh, the show is really funny. Someone in the chat said, "Oh God, they're in the dark." So it does take a while for Kinger to like acclimate to the dark and have his sanity come back. It's not like you turn off the lights and he's instantly sane. But no, he was obviously having fun and he was able to manifest and conjure, and that was funny. I love it.
High five!
Someone in chat says, "It doesn't matter how Jax feels about his abuse. If he's abusing people, shake my head. I don't care if he thinks Gangle's a cartoon, he still hurt her." So again, that's a utilitarian take on this kind of morality as opposed to Deontological, which is also something I tweeted. I didn't want to have to get into this because it's kind of not relevant to what we're actually talking about. But after that tweet got me canceled, I retweeted it and I said, "Fandom Twitter is so funny because it's an incoherent conversation between nihilists, deontologists, and utilitarians. No one knows who's who. Half view the work as a piece of fiction with an author, and half view the characters as real people who are their friends. And at least 25% of them can't read." So yeah, like that take you just had is totally valid. It doesn't matter how Jax feels about his abuse. He's abusing people. Totally valid. If you're a utilitarian. Not everyone's a utilitarian, and Jax isn't, and that's the point. He views himself as someone who's fulfilling the role that he is supposed to. He's a deontologist, so he does not think he's doing anything wrong. Still muted. I'm so bad at being a YouTuber, guys.
High five!
Yeah!
Ah, what a game. Who knew Pomni could be such a sharpshooter? These adventures, huh? And look, even though we lost, at least we gave it our all, right? You feeling all right?
She's doing that stupid pose that I hate. Look at her. She's doing the stupid BoJack Horseman pose. Is Kinger now sane? No, because he needs to be in the dark a little longer for it to actually kick in.
You feeling all right? Are you upset that we lost? Are you upset about something else?
It's genuinely so upsetting to see like these characters going through this kind of pain. Like, oh God, again, the show is so good at making you feel empathetic for them. Like, Ragatha literally is about to cry, and so she can't even speak. But it's so good.
You want to talk about it?
And Kinger is so sweet. Oh my God. Yeah, Fazan says, "I love this scene." I loved all the scenes in this episode.
I think I might have failed Pomni. Just like I failed Jax. I tried too hard to get on their good side, and then I just end up pushing them away.
Yeah, and again, that's Ragatha's flaw, but now that she's realized it, she's about to start like her journey to not be like that anymore. It's so good, guys.
And then they end up hating me.
Well,
Pomni doesn't hate her.
Here hates you.
Jax does. Gangle and Subal don't ever talk to me, and Pomni probably won't after today either. She came to me wanting to be on my team. I said no. Why did I do that?
Maybe you just needed a break. It sounds to me like you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be there for everyone, and when you're not, you beat yourself up for it.
Kinger just plainly stating all the evidence we've built up in the last 5.5 episodes, which is the reason why every time it happens, I pause and I keep harping on it, because these are the things that, like, you as a viewer are supposed to pick up on, and especially if you're doing, like, critical analysis, you're supposed to realize sort of what the author is doing. Like, why does Ragatha do this? Why does Pomni respond to Ragatha when she does X or when she does Y? it's because that's her personality and that's her motivations. And so for each individual episode, we can sort of read into what's going on based on the characters' personalities. So it takes until halfway through episode 6 for Kinger to sort of say this stuff out loud about who Ragatha is. But that's because it's important now to the narrative that we understand this. It's not just something in the background, because Ragatha realizing it and internalizing it about herself is going to cause her to change as a character. So it can't just be something that we sort of pick up on in the background as we go. We need to understand it so that we can understand what's going to happen in the story moving forward. So this scene, as Fazan just said, is so good, because this whole episode is so freaking good. Kinger is such a W. I agree, Dodger.
You said you failed Pomni. Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I feel like every day we're drifting further apart. Like she's seen through all my tricks and doesn't trust me anymore. Before I know it, she'll be a different person. One who doesn't even want me around.
The way I see it, relationships are two-sided, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to do all the heavy lifting when the other isn't in the mood. We all go through and deal with things differently, and sometimes you just need to let people do things their own way, as long as you're still there when they need you. Giving someone space should never be the same as giving up on them.
That is such an incredibly important thing to learn about your life and your friendships and reality. Also, someone in chat pointed out, yes, Ragatha called them her tricks. Like she overtly knew that she was what was my quote? What did I say? Her kindness is a lie to ingratiate herself into other people's orbits. Like she knows what she's doing, and she's doing it on purpose. Yeah, but what Kinger just said, you can't get people to like you, even if you care about them, and they might not, hold up their quote unquote half of the relationship. But that doesn't mean that giving them space is the same as giving up on them. And that is such an important thing to learn. Even as an adult, that's a hard lesson to go through in your real life. I'm sure a lot of you, myself included, have sort of been in these kinds of relationships. And it's difficult to square the circle of but I care about this person. I want to be there for them. It's very difficult for parents, especially new parents, to be I want to make sure nothing bad ever happens to them, and I'm always there for them, and I'm the one, doing the best because I love them, and so obviously I want them to be happy, and I'm the one who's making them happy. But you can't just do that for someone forever. And so that's kind of what Kinger is saying here. It's no. They're going to suffer. Bad things are going to happen. They're going to make bad choices. Other bad people are going to hurt them. All you need to do is be there when they eventually need you, and that's what it means to love someone and not give up on them. That is such an important message in the middle of the gun episode of Stupid Show being delivered to us by a piece of a chessboard. Thank you. Thank you, Amazing Digital Circus.
I don't even know what I want. I just want everyone to be happy.
But they can't be.
I don't want people to hate me.
Do you hate yourself?
Oh my God. The answer is obviously yes.
I couldn't help but hate myself for the things I thought I was responsible for.
And in Ragatha's case, it's because her mother was abusive and made her hate herself. In Kinger's case, it's because he created the circus that they're in, but none of the other characters know that yet. Someone in chat asked if Kinger is a person with a chess head or if he's a big chess piece. He's a big chess piece.
I thought I'd lost everything. But then you showed up. And my outlook just changed. There are always ways to show you care without ruining yourself over it. You need to look out for yourself in all this, too.
I don't get it. So often nothing you say makes any sense, but then you have these moments where you... I don't know. How do you do that? How have you been around for so long?
I guess I just have a resilient mind.
And the joke is that he's crazy and so he doesn't have a resilient mind. But no, the truth is deeper, and the dark secret, dark lore truth is that his mind is resilient. He's fighting off abstraction by being crazy most of the time, but then in darkness is when he's able to be sane. Someone just said episode 8 makes this better. In episode 8, we learned that Kinger was sort of the last of the original group of programmers to not abstract, and then he was here for a while, and then Ragatha showed up. and they've gone through so many new people coming and going and leaving and exiting, and they're the only two that have, like, they were the first, quote-unquote, first two, and they've maintained it this entire time, and so they really, really do have this very strong, important relationship. And it just sucks from Agatha's perspective, because, like, Kinger, like, doesn't remember it 99% of the time. She still sees him as there, but, like, he doesn't remember her being there. God, this is reminding me... Oh, what's that show? I'm like, this is reminding me of a cartoon. I just can't remember what it is. It reminds me of a show where there's two characters, but, like, one of them... They have, like, a father-daughter relationship where, like, one of them goes insane. I can't remember what it is right now. But, like, it has that sort of, like... It's hitting me in the heart the same way. Someone in chat's gonna be like, that was very obviously this show. I just can't remember it. Adventure Time! Thank you, Fazbear. Yeah. The vampire guy. Yeah. He, Like they have a history going back before the show starts, but then one of them can't remember it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ice King, exactly. Bluey.
Taking. The committee's gonna love that.
Same old bear, or no, it's a cow. Same old cow. I don't know what Tasty Trade is, but y'all got to stop advertising because I'm not gonna buy your product. Bubbles LMAO. Same old cow. Okay, it was yeah, same old cow. Skip to ad.
Are they still following us?
Are you still following us?
Yeah, we're still following you.
Where else would we be?
They're still following us.
All right, this is a long one. We're gonna have to run. Let's go.
Ha!
We got so unlucky with the drops here.
Mio, member for 6 months. Thanks for being awesome. Y'all always stream when I really need it. Heart, what are those called? The little poppers, party poppers, celebration poppers. Yeah, no, you're definitely welcome, Mio. You know, part of me and T-Dreads stream a lot. I'm sure you guys have picked up on this, but me and T-Dreads are like friends. And, you know, we definitely see this as, like, not just, like, job and money and making slop, but, like, yeah, you know, our community literally supports us, like, financially to, like, live. Like, this is our jobs. And we do see a lot of you guys in the chat pretty consistently. And, you know, we definitely have this sort of, like, I don't want to, like, justify a parasocial relationship, but, you know, when we see you guys, we're like, oh, yeah, that guy's funny, or, oh, that guy, you know, always makes me feel like, you know, makes me feel wanted, kind of like the way that, you know, King was just talking about, like, you got to be there for people, even though, you know, we can't literally, like, text, we can't advocate for a parasocial relationship, right? Like, we can't email you guys, we can't text you guys, we can't Discord DM you guys, we can't, like, tweet you guys 24/7, because we have, like, lives to live and a million people to interact with and a million videos to make and things like that. But just because we're not, like, responding every time you guys message us doesn't mean that we don't appreciate what you do just being here in chat and, like, talking or liking the videos or subscribing or things like that, right? Like, I don't want you guys to think that we just see this as a transactional relationship where you give us money, but we also understand that, like, we can't actually form parasocial bonds with people. So, yes, I do, you know, Mio, you are one of the people who's constantly here, and I really, really appreciate that, like, you show your support in this way, and you are, like, you know, people who, we do care about everyone on a human level, you know, parasocial, apparently, meta-parasocial are, like, good ways of putting it, yeah. Anyway, here's a really, really fun scene in this cartoon we're watching.
It's time.
Why'd you stop shooting? You out of ammo?
Why'd you stop? You out of ammo?
Pomni, got any ammo left?
I have one in the cylinder and one sniper round, but no sniper rifle.
Crap.
Kangle's happy mask falls on. Yeah, no, that was so fun. And she got her Tommy gun, yes. God, it was so funny. Like, the timing was so good. And now we have the reincorporation. Where's Zooble hiding? Their room. So what are they going to do? What did Zooble say that Caine does in the beginning of the episode that they really hate?
Huh. Daisy, give me your answer.
Are you serious?
It says 5-7 on the grenades, as someone just pointed out, yeah. And God, these two are so, like, the voice actors are such good singers. Like, Pomni is genuinely singing really, really good.
Start singing that.
I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Oh wait, I have a key to Zooble's room.
So one of the things they always talk about is that Jax has keys to everywhere. And again, it's part of, like, Hammer Space, where it's like, oh, what would be really funny for me to have right now? A key to Zooble's room! Bro deserves that so bad. Bro so deserves it. It was so incredibly cathartic seeing Jax get shot a million times, especially by Zooble, after what Gangle was talking about earlier this episode.
Wait!
Trust me, partner, I got this.
General Kenobi. Jax deserves it almost as much as I do, yeah. Can GiBi be redeemed? No. And now we have this weird shot of this door that has, like, a blank face on it, and we saw that blank face guy last episode. I wonder what that could be. A cough mo. Oof. Unrip it, Frogman.
That's actual bullshit. Ow.
Well, shit, man. Guess that's the end of that.
Yeah, chat, we talked about Daisy Bell earlier, how it was the first song sung by a computer. It was sung by Hal as he's being turned off in 2001: A Space Odyssey. And, correctly, as Funkhead said, Bender and the Futurama spaceship sing it to each other in the episode of Futurama where they fall in love.
See you on the flip side.
See on the what? The what? This is a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Did you guys know Scott Cawthon invented the word flip side? He also invented the word sister location, so if you ever hear that, it's a FNAF reference, for real.
What?
wait, hold on. No, I don't care about Remarkable. I want to see them all as cats. I want to see my favorite characters as little cats. Why are they all cats for a second? What was going on? Did I miss something? Jax is William Afton. Hold on, I need to rewind this. Why are they all being cats? Like, I think it's just supposed to be a split-second gag. Hold on. Yeah, they're all, like... Where'd those tails come from? Like, they must have conjured them, right? Like, they wouldn't just be here. But yeah, they're all being cats. That's so funny. W. Mio sent 1 membership, and Henry Entertainment System got it. Heck yeah. If you guys don't watch, like, a lot of T-Dritz's, streams, people will gift memberships, and despite the fact that literally hundreds if not thousands have been gifted at this point with me being in chat, I've never gotten one. So haha, it's funny. GiBi didn't even get the membership. Har 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 har. Hornet B, $2. GiBi, when will you become a cat? Well, as you may or may not know, I'm not on camera right now, so like for all you know, I could be a cat. Okay, you've never seen me interact with a cucumber. Just saying.
What?
We did it! We make such a good team.
Well, to be fair, our competition wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, true. I suppose this is the part where one of us betrays the other.
And God, this part is so freaking good too. Like, oh my God, some of you people who like haven't seen the show, you're gonna be like, why? Like, what's so good about this episode? Everything. This next part, again, going into like Jax's motivation and character and like the things that are deeper than beyond the surface. Because what he just did is see the door of his friend, the frog guy who abstracted, and now this conversation's about to happen.
Huh? Oh yeah, you can betray me.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be a mutual thing.
Nah, go on, do it.
I don't really want to.
Lame! Come on, I thought you were cool.
You know, it's like a Palpatine strike me down moment.
We could just be winners as a team.
We're not a team, come on.
What do you mean? Yes, we are.
Delusional.
Weren't we kind of bonding over being chaotic evil together?
I was merely entertaining you because I thought it was funny. Now are you gonna shoot me or what?
Did I do something wrong?
Ugh, you sound like Ragatha right now. No wonder we're not a team.
No, I mean, we were doing fine, having fun, talking. But you suddenly
You're not committing. Do it.
If I shoot you right now, are we still gonna be friends afterwards?
We were never friends.
What about all that stuff you told me?
Yeah, I did tell you a lot, didn't I? Not looking forward to thinking about that tomorrow.
No, we're not doing this. You're not gonna look me in the eye and tell me nothing we've been doing together meant anything to you, because I know that's not true.
Are you coming on to me? Yeah, that's what everybody wants. A straight couple.
Oh my God, can you take this seriously? Can you take anything seriously?
Dude, you're a cartoon clown. How am I supposed to take you seriously?
You reached out to me.
So I think a lot of the way that people sort of interpret these characters is down to how serious they think Jax is being right now. Because Jax is saying like, oh, no, none of it's real. And Pommy's like, oh, well, no, this is just you're lying. You're putting up walls around yourself. This really is real. And he's like, nope. No, like, double, I'm being so serious right now. It's not. And so I think the community is split between people who take him at face value and say that reading into him deeper than that is wrong, like what I'm doing is wrong, and that he's literally saying right here that there is nothing deeper. And then there's other people who are like, no, it is 2 layers deep. It is actually that he's lying right here. And I think that's the interpretation that gets backed up at the end of the episode.
Not the
yeah,
other
Pommy
way
is
around.
100% right,
You're
exactly.
just gonna pretend that didn't happen?
You must be misremembering.
Is this why you didn't show up to Kaufmo's funeral?
I don't show up to any funerals.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Because you're scared. You're scared you'll actually show a human emotion.
I'm scared I'll be bored to tears.
Because if he shows a human emotion, it means his entire conceptualization of reality that they're in a cartoon has been wrong the whole time, and he has actually been cruel to everyone. Like, that's why he just can't accept it.
Have you ever thought that this might be what causes people to abstract in the first place?
Oh my God! Are you seriously gonna blame me for something that everybody else did too? You didn't even know him! You don't even know what people are like before they abstract. They are not pleasant to be around. Like at all! You...
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you are.
Not to spoil it, although 90% of you have seen the episode already. So, if you're about to abstract, you're not pleasant to be around. Jax isn't pleasant to be around. I wonder if he's about to abstract.
Oh, man. This was all sorts of embarrassing, huh? So, you're gonna shoot me or what?
What would you do if I abstracted tomorrow?
I'd move on. And probably forget about you.
Which is just so not true, because he literally can't stop looking at the frog's door when he passes it.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
Jeez, you really can't take a joke, can you?
You're not the funny one.
I don't think that counts. Hey, what are you doing?
And even though it's still cartoony, it's just so much more visceral to see them actually fighting. Like, again, it's kind of like the breaking wheel example I used earlier. It's almost like you can imagine two people having, like, an argument and then, like, breaking out into domestic, fighting in their house, just, like, fist fighting, because they really broke each other down to, like, their core beliefs. Sophie asks, what does abstract mean? So in the first episode, when Kaufmo the Clown turned into that giant black void monster with all the eyes, and they put him in the basement. So abstracting happens, we don't exactly know why, but basically the characters stop being themselves, turn into this giant glitch monster, and Caine has to throw them in the basement. So every character that's ever entered the circus that isn't one of the main 6 right now, abstracted at some point, including Kinger's wife.
Fight back!
Are you crazy?
I said fight back!
Exactly. T-Daughter says, the gunfight was a game. This is real. Exactly.
Stop! What's wrong with you?
Why didn't you fight back?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Because I didn't fight back, that means I secretly care about you? I'm just a misunderstood little chicken fetus in an egg that needs to be cracked open. Well, I am not. I do not care about you or anyone else in this circus in the slightest. End of story. You are my playthings, and I get joy out of making you suffer.
Again, when you talk to some people in the fandom who are like, Jax is just, like, ontologically evil, he's awful, and then, like, they'll play that quote as if, again, he's not, just straight up lying. Fastcent also says that abstracting is kind of like a suicide allegory. It is, okay, like, it is, period. But it also is only in the fact that it's an allegory, because as we'll see, there's going to be some points where, like, it doesn't fully add up. Like when Pomni just said, what would you do if I abstract tomorrow? You know, you're being really mean to me. What would you do if I killed myself tomorrow? You know, that is what she means. But then there's other points when they talk about it, right? Like when I think when Queenie abstracts in front of Kinger and he's like, we were in the darkness and she was able to maintain her sanity for a short period of time. In that specific instance, I obviously don't think that abstracting is a valid, you know, allegorical stand-in for suicide, because it's like, oh yeah, right after she killed herself, I was able to talk to her and everything was still fine because we were in the darkness. Like, no, that's it. Again, it's an allegory, only has to sort of fit some of the time. Continuing.
I'm the one who causes pain for fun.
And then someone else says, abstraction's also a programming term. Yeah, we're going to get to that one.
Fun. If I led you on, it was just to make this part hurt you more.
Because he's lying, that's why he's so twitchy.
There's nothing more to me. So please, just stop looking.
Oh my god.
Imagine being able to build it.
And then we just cut away from that scene. Yeah, no, he really needs to... I think part of it is just that because he lost so many friends, he can't let himself get close to other people. And then another part of it is he justifies the way he behaves because he thinks that all this just isn't real. It doesn't count. I'm just being a character. I'm not in control of my own actions. And so when he has moments of, like, lucidity and he sees through that, he sort of starts hating himself because he realizes that what he's been doing is wrong. And then we'll see what happens at the end of the episode. Wow.
Hey,
I have something
I
I...
feel like
You can
no,
speak
you
first.
go. Let's talk after the show.
Yeah, sounds good.
They have so much they want to say, but it's okay that it remains unsaid because they still have a mutual understanding and respect of one another. Wow. Like mature adults. And he chooses to be alone! Gasp!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Favorite Character Awards! Before anything starts, I'd like to thank the committee for examining our nominees and voting on our winners.
We love you, Caine!
Shut up. But what's an award show without honorable mentions and subcategories? That's right, it's bad!
So he's obviously having a panic attack, but is that going to lead to something else? Oh my god, is this the most realistic depiction of a panic attack ever put to film? I don't know. That's that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish joke reference. And then also one of the funniest jokes in the entire show is about to happen.
God, you look stupid.
Sorry.
It's the rule of threes. You repeat the same joke 3 times and it's funny.
And the award for biggest sailor mouth goes to Zooble.
Oh my god, and they had this stupid... I didn't notice that until this walkthrough. They had this stupid sauce in their eye.
All right, folks, it's now the moment you've all been waiting for. The award for Favorite Character. Bubble, give me a drum roll. And the award for Favorite Character goes to... Why, it's me, everyone!
Of course. What a funny joke.
Oh, wait, I misread that. It's Ming.
You shouldn't have assumed you won the award. Now we both look foolish.
I love the show. Genuinely lost it the first time I saw that. Okay, so we are going to end it here. We have 2 more episodes to go, so we'll catch up next stream. But yeah, no, I freaking love the writing in this. I love the reincorporation of things earlier, how they plant things not only earlier in the episode itself, but also in the show, how it's all building up to things, but what it's building up to is both story and also character-related things and character trauma and interpersonal relationships, but also escaping the circus and also going on adventures. Like, I wonder what's going to happen with that blank face little art posing guy. I wonder what that's all about. I wonder what's going to go on with, like, them wanting to leave. I wonder what's going to go on with the abstractions. Ooh, Jax just had a panic attack. Is he abstracting? Ooh, yes. Uh-huh. People are saying post-credit scene. Does this episode have a post-credit scene? If it does, I've never heard of that before. Jax's tail is here. Yep. Go to the end of the credits. Oh, if there's something here, I've never seen it before. Huh. Yes, okay, wow, yeah, I didn't know that. So this will be my first time watching this, too. Ooh. People saying they can't wait to see this on the big screen. Yeah, God, I'm so excited. I really hope the finale is actually something I can watch in, like, a local movie theater, as opposed to, like, having to go to a big city. Let's see. How late am I? Ember says 3 minutes before we end the stream. Was that it? Was it just that artwork? Oh no, this.
Alrighty. Now, let's see how many of them voted for me.
Oh my god, I need to exit out of this. There we go. 0 votes for Caine, 4 for Jax, 3 for Gangle, 4 for Ragatha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Pomni, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, possibly more for Kinger. True. Oh, it really is that is really important, actually. He glitches the red and the blue colors. So yeah, he really can't accept that that they don't like him. That's literally, he says it, you know, what are you if you're not good at the only thing that you're actually good at, and he freaks out. Fascinating. Ember with $4. Oh no, I'm late. Yeah, we just finished our second episode for the day, so we're gonna log off now. Come back for the next two in another day. There is almost certainly going to be a big live stream tomorrow. I won't give you any more details because I don't want to get anyone's expectations up because it might not happen. But look forward to something tomorrow. And I might stream tomorrow or I might stream a different day. But we're going to finish this up real soon. But gosh, yeah. This I've never seen this little post-credit scene before. It does, so, okay, when we get to the start of episode 8 and we talk about the imagery of the blue and the red circles and the AIs, the red circle eats the blue circle, so that does mean that the blue circle is contained within the red one, which is why Caine is sort of both, but it also implies at the end that a little bit of the blue floats off and goes to be its own thing, which I think is what most people are referring to when they actually say the blue AI. They mean the only part that Caine didn't absorb. So right now, being the blue and the red, it means that he is, showing his all-powerfulness. When he is both colors is when he is in his I am God mode. And it's because he's incapable of, dealing with the fact that he's bad at the thing that he was built to do. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We're going to end off right here. I will see you tomorrow on a live stream probably, and if not, I'll see you next time on a Digital Circus live stream. So, I will see you later. Dodger Tone, Desire Without Emotion, Kubus, Illuminate, Roadkill Catgirl, okay, Omnisoap, Mirror, Steph, Sophie, Hornetbot, Fazent, Funkhead, Scry something, Dragon, Just Because, Sal's